All right, welcome into the Turf Tapes, everybody, presented by Off the Wall. My name is Trey. We'll be hanging out this evening. We're on the back half of arena football season, so make sure you're cherishing every moment of this year. It'll be gone before we know it. AF1's on the back end of their season. IFL just hit the midway point. NAL's hitting the playoffs soon. TAL's just getting started, but like I said, just cherish every moment. It's going to be gone before we know it. We've got a very good game picked out for you this evening from the 2018 Arena Football League season, featuring some pretty big names in the arena football scene that may look familiar to you, but we'll dive into that in just a bit. Before that, social plugs. That's right, everyone's favorite part of the stream. Please make sure you're following Off the Wall on all of our socials. We're on Instagram, X/Twitter, TikTok, and we're on all the things and stuff. If you're gatekeeping a social media that I don't know about, please tell me where I should go and what account I should create. It's in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Nailed it. And we're also streaming live on YouTube, X, and Twitch, with the replay being made available on Evergreen now in a couple of days. So, but the absolute best part of the Turf Tapes is the chat. We like making this as interactive as possible. So if you are watching live, say hello in the chat. Let me know where you're watching from. We get a lot of people from YouTube, a couple people from X. Don't really get that many people from Twitch. Usually it's a bot that comes in and be like, blow up your followers. I'm like, no, get away, bot. But say hello, hop in the chat, let me know where you're watching from, and yeah, give me your hot takes. Our guest tonight is a hot take machine, and the fact that he gets a live mic as often as he does is terrifying for the haters, but we'll introduce him in just a bit. Questions and topics you want to talk about during the stream tonight are welcome as well. So if you're watching live or watching a replay in the future, please make sure you're subscribing to the channel, liking the stream, and most importantly, peer pressuring your friends into doing the same. Like I said, we've got a very special guest tonight. He's one of the best and brightest in the arena and indoor football scene. He's got takes for days, and I'm sure he's going to unleash a couple of them on us tonight. Everybody, welcome our guy, Krish. Krish, thank you so much for taking the time to join the Turf Tapes tonight. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Trey. I appreciate you having me on. You know, I feel like I finally made it out of the mud to be on your show. You know, it means a lot. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. While I get things set up on this side, tell the stream a little bit about yourself and how long you've been around the indoor football scene and some of the things that you do within the community.
Sure. So when I was about 11 years old, I got connected with the Mass Pirates. They came in. I had a doctor's appointment, and they were at the hospital I was staying at. And so I met the team, you know, got to know the guys, and they brought me in for the first game. And ever since then, I went to every single game. When I was 16 years old, I saw an ad on Facebook from Shady Sports saying they're looking for content creators. I'm like, you know what? Why not? I can be the youngest person in the industry. So, you know, I joined that. I turned 500 episodes later, 750,000 views. You know, that haters hate to see me coming. You know, so for me, my saying is like the old heads, you know, they know when I'm around, it's bedtime type shit. So I like to, you know, be that voice, kind of, you know, be a perspective, a different perspective. You know, I'm still young. I see things from a different light. And so I think it's important. In 2023, I had the opportunity to join the Pirates as a coaching intern. You know, I sat in meetings, practices, everything in between, and I learned a lot. You know, Anthony Payton, the offensive coordinator for Nashville Cats, was our OC. So I learned a lot about the arena indoor game from him, and it was a great opportunity. After that, I still go to every Pirates games. You know, out of the last 58 home games, I've only missed one. I've been to all 57. You know, hang out with the guys. I got a lot of good friends on the team. And then I joined the scouting side. So I joined an agency called Week 10. I produced 47 contracts in 6 months, which is an agency record, still a record there. I left and I joined the program with Ben McCoy. So Ben McCoy, he filled up the Duluth Harbor Monsters last year and helped Tony O'Neill roster. So I had the opportunity to work with Ben. He's a great partner to work with, and we just try to help players, you know, get the best opportunity. But it's you know, now I'm 19, I'm in college, you know, just grinding, man. That's all it is.
That's incredible. Well, who'd have thought? Was it a couple years ago you were like, yeah, let's give it a whirl, and now look at you go. The world doesn't even know what's coming. Like, I feel like the best is even yet to come. Like you are literally just getting started.
I appreciate that. Definitely, that's cool.
Yeah, so we'll talk about it throughout the show as well. But you do a weekly show on Shady Sports, like you mentioned. It's called Around the Indoor Football World. Tell us about how that got started and what that's been like working with Sam and the crew.
Yeah, so Sam, you know, he's a he's a very good host. He's very elite. He's very professional, unlike me. But I think I think he's a good voice in the game. He tries to be as calm as possible. He knows when to, chime in on certain things and when to leave certain things. And so it was his idea to start the show.
Awesome.
We have a guest from a different league every week. Sometimes I set up the guest, sometimes he does, but it's just a good opportunity. We want to showcase every league, showcase every player. I think there needs to be more platforms like yours out there that highlights every league and kind of gives it a shine at a professional level. So that's what we're trying to do.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I'm a big fan of what you're doing. Like I said, it's refreshing to be able to sit here on the Turf Tapes with you and talk shop, pick your brain a little bit about your experience with the indoor game, and kind of go from there. But if you're watching, if this is your first voyage with the Turf Tapes, welcome. It's something we created to be able to really lean into the community of arena football, like Krish mentioned, and live stream some old arena and indoor football games and talk shop about the sport, the teams, the players. The chat usually brings it. I've got a couple folks in mind that I know are in there every single week, and I know they're probably gonna throw some things our direction. So we'll see how that goes. But questions, comments, hypotheticals tonight should be more of the same of what we typically get. So don't be shy. If you got something to say, throw it in the chat and let's talk about it while we watch tonight's game. But speaking of tonight's game, we've got a very fun one. Very, very fun one between the Philadelphia Soul and the Albany Empire from the 2018 AFL season, Week 10 for those keeping track at home. Big shout out to Arena Rules for having this game hosted on their YouTube channel. Go give them some love on their original video. And Krish, what do you say we get this thing started and get this game going?
Man, I'm so ready. I'm excited for this one for sure.
Let's roll. All right, getting it queued up right now. All right, here we go.
The Albany Empire entered tonight on the heels of a tough last-second loss to first-place Baltimore.
2018. I think this was the year they had 4 teams. Yeah, one of the final years of the AFL 2.0.
The offense to Shane Austin. They'll lean heavily on a loaded receiving core. The Soul of the Empire coming up next from New York's capital city.
From Albany, the capital city.
Albany and Philadelphia, it's a swing game for both squads. Moving time in arena football as both teams
5-3, 4-4. Oh, there's Dwayne Hollis.
And our standings, Baltimore with a win last night. They won by 30 points over last place Washington.
4-team league. Unbelievable.
At 5-3 in the Soul at 5.
Yeah, anybody that complains about the AF1 only having 8 teams, look at this. They did it with 4 teams back then, right? Oh, here's my guy, Pat O'Hara, Arena Bowl champion. Shout out Adam Snow, World of Football checking in. Clint Dolzell, that's right. Clint Dolzell was the head coach of Philadelphia here.
Prince on his side. Prince, one of the top receivers in the league. He's been an electric.
Look at that fresh-faced young man.
Malachi Jones.
Look at him.
With Albany has been tremendous as well.
Well, if you had said Joe Hills and Darius Reynolds, you would have said, yeah, but it's really been these young players and Darius Prince, Malachi Jones leading the league.
It's crazy to think, Darius Prince, he started his career with the Lehigh Valley Steelhawks, making $250 a game, and then Malachi Jones was with High County Boone, and they folded mid-season before he went. So, it's just kind of crazy to think about where those guys came from.
Yeah, 100%.
Interceptions last week, but really had this team in the game here early on.
All right, skip ahead here a little bit. Oh, here's a pep talk from Rob Keefe.
You're grown men, boys. You're grown men. Grown man time. Grown man time. Grown man time. Handle your business tonight. Y'all with me on that? Handle your business tonight. Y'all with me on that? Somebody get a break. Let's wake this thing up. Keep going. Handle your business.
I think he can motivate me to do anything. He's just an unbelievable motivator.
I mean, that's why he's the highest paid head coach in the IFL, So.
He's good. Capper checking in. Those Soul lids are fire. Yeah. The all grays with the baby blue, it just works. It works.
Back in this building again. How would you assess the way that Shane Austin?
Oh, Randy Gatewood. Dang. Okay.
Being here for 2 weeks, I thought he's done well. It's a real similar system.
Gatewood, he was nice with the Arizona Rattlers way back in the day. He was so good.
I was able to start him last week with only a week, so I thought he did well. I thought he'd probably a B in there somewhere for giving him a grade.
How is Dan Rodabaugh, and what's his status as you prepare to make a run into the playoffs?
He's probably still a couple of weeks, working slowly. It's the most important thing is make sure he's ready for the playoffs.
Skip ahead here.
It's a running clock, which makes this thing go fast, but it all happens.
No punting allowed. You see that, Washington? No punting allowed. Let's go ahead and take a screenshot, send it over to Everett. Make sure they see that.
In the last minute of each half. That's what's exciting. Feels 50 yards wide. It's like a hockey rink.
All right, let's get the kickoff here.
For them, they want to keep his emphasis week of each half.
You do it. Usual call.
Away gray jerseys. Trevino was the reigning
MVP Arena. Here we go.
of the year. As this one heads to the
Oh, that would have been a deuce.
Taken out by Williams, trying to find a seam, and he's brought down at the 4-yard line. Brought down by Aaron Washa, one of the top special teams performers.
This was the first year of the Empire, right? 2018?
Tommy Grady.
I think it was.
Mr.
Yeah.
Consistency.
First year.
He has put
Tommy
up
Grady.
numbers, 49 touchdowns, just 5 interceptions, 65%
Absolute legend.
completion rate. As a former quarterback, you know how difficult that number to achieve is.
Wasn't he like 6'7" or something? Like he was just.
Oh, he was huge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they just said he's 6'7", just unbelievable,
That's insane.
unbelievably tall.
Long-armed, long-legged guy, but Tommy can do it.
And he'll send the man in motion, Superman, as he coined it, Joe Hills.
It's like, man, he could look over any offensive lineman. Oh, no, he dropped it.
Oh, it was there for Joe. Good coverage though, applied by Philadelphia.
Yeah, that chrome soul logo is very, very nice on that helmet.
Man, Joe Hillis is amazing. He would have been in the NFL had he not caught a case his senior year, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, he was very good. His run he had with Tampa Bay was very, very good as a team.
Touchdown streak.
It's unbelievable, and that alludes to his
Didn't he just? What did he just say?
Consecutive game. That's one Hills is going to be saying for a long time. This is a guy riding an 88 consecutive game touchdown streak.
88 game touchdown streak.
And that alludes to his health, too. Like, being able
That's
to stay healthy and
ridiculous.
be available for 88 games is tremendous as well.
Yeah, some people can't even play 88 games in a row. He's catching touchdowns in 88 in a row. Crazy.
And 4 touchdowns, and the Empire lost.
Oh, they got a touchdown
Oh,
here.
launch it again.
From Malachi Jones. Touchdown, Empire.
Easy, just let it rip.
Malachi Jones has been instant offense all year.
Well, that's a one-
Arena football coverage checking in. AFL on CBS. That's right. CBS Sports.
Malachi Jones really
I have a question for the audience. Do you think Albany's payroll is more now than it was in 2018? Or do you think, like, how different do you think it is? That's my
Ooh, good question. Grady couldn't be cheap. He couldn't have been cheap.
Tremendous young player.
Kenny Spencer.
That's a great question. Yeah, if anybody in the chat has a take on that, I'd love to hear it.
And he hits it as Albany takes a 7-0 lead.
Malachi Jones was him. That is correct. He was indeed him.
This is his 16th touchdown.
Albany superfan defense kid checking in. 2018 had to be more. I don't know, man. The names on this year's roster, they're not cheap.
2 plays, 45
They're not
yards,
cheap.
125. Malachi Jones caps it off with a 45-yard touchdown catch. He comes from an athletic.
Well, here's the thing. AFL probably paid players more back then. Correct. They did on paper. But the way NIL works and the way they can word some things in the contract language, they can say they're getting paid one thing but end up getting paid a lot more. A lot more.
And a kickoff by Spencer off the net, fielded by Poppy Livers with a seam past the 10.
Oh, so
and he's
close.
brought down, approaching the 15. Good tackle by Terrence Moore.
Tim Capper, only plus about that actual successful 4-point dropkick field goal this week for Washington is that it was the first one made since 1994. That's crazy to think about. Tim, do you remember what team or who did the last one in '94? That'd be a hell of a trivia question.
Philadelphia Soul spent a little bit of time in Washington earlier in the year, but he's very experienced. Played a lot of football in Cleveland a few years ago.
God, that helmet is so good.
Playoffs and Arena Bowl berth.
It is such a shame they didn't work out last year. It's such a great brand, such a great team.
I hope they come back, but I feel like they might have damaged the relationship with the city after last year, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's almost to the point where, like, I don't want to see any other legacy brands touched. Like, just start something new. Just because so many of them just got absolutely scorched.
As we look at their offensive stars, Jeremy Richardson, a good fullback, Prince, Kalena-Moku, and Reynolds, Tivis, Manley, and Newell. Manley usually the tight end.
DP number 6.
He plays center, tight end, and fullback, so a very versatile lineman is Manley.
So on 2nd down and 10, Austin gets pressure.
Oh. Ooh, okay, with the dead leg move. I see him.
And hit at the barrier by
That's crazy.
So well done by Shane Austin to escape trouble.
Yeah, he really
Shane Austin could have gotten killed twice there, but look at this dead leg move he does.
Rips at the ball, Joe Sykes,
Ooh.
but good ball security by Shane Austin. Joe Sykes off the edge.
Joe Sykes too. Jeez.
Look at
Yeah.
the move he makes on Terrence Moore is a heck of a jack linebacker, and nice gain for Philadelphia.
Oh, here we go. Brian Mitchell, Cleveland Thunderbolts. There you go. The old Cleveland Thunderbolts. The last successful 4-point field goal.
Half a sack tonight to bypass the great Sam Hernandez, an AFL Hall of Famer, to become the all-time sack leader. Here's a screen to Darius Prince.
There you go, Darius.
The 15 and stymied at the 10. Stood up by Derek Summers and also Mario.
Who would have thought? Fast forward
That's a big addition.
just a little bit of time, DP would be a resident of Albany for how many years?
Ooh, I think 4.
Yeah. Brandon Cisse at nose guard too.
Brandon Cisse was so good. But like 2021, 2024 was a liability. But I'm so glad he's, with that team coaching.
He's a big guy.
When your jack linebacker can do that.
A 1st down gain for Darius Prince as the ball rests at the 10.
All right, where's it going?
Reynolds the man in motion.
DP. There you go. Of course, it had to be DP.
This time Prince moving it to the 6. Before he was corralled by Varmus.
All right, we got our first hot take in the comments. Crappy uniform battle here. Gray jersey with that font is helmet looks nice. Albany's wearing white on navy, and that looks weird. Not wrong. Not wrong. It's also a shame the Empire ended the way that they did, because the Albany Empire is a really good name for a team. Like it's a really, really strong.
Slow offense averaging 46 points a game. How about Prince getting stood up inside the 5 by Mario Norman? So it'll be 3rd and goal. Norman.
Joe Hilson shattered the AFL consecutive record games with a touchdown record, ended with more than 100 games straight. Oof. That's insane. That's what, seven seasons in a row, at least. Yeah, 6.5, 7 seasons. Crazy. All right, 3rd and goal. See what they got dialed up here. Oh, there you go. I think Salina ran this play a bunch last week. A little tunnel screen. Slot guy clears out the DB. Follow the blockers. Easy peasy.
Touchdown, Darius Prince. He's so athletic. He's developing into a supreme target.
I wonder what DP's asking price is going to be for next year. I think he might raise it up. Because he's going to be like, I went to Corpus in a shitty situation and I still balled out. And I went to Billings with like 2 days of practice and I'm 2nd in the league in touchdowns. Like,
Yeah.
Get the ball in his hands and good things will happen.
Yeah, who knows? I think it'd be interesting to see a reunion back in Albany. Don't think that happens, but I think that would be interesting. I'm not sure where else he would land other than Billings, unless a couple marquee markets come into the league.
So we got a tie ball game and perhaps certainly.
Just watch it one more time here. Snap, throw.
Perhaps he certainly solidified himself as a great target thus far.
He had the ball in his hands for maybe half a second. Like that's almost unheard of in today's game.
You've got
Oh, man, skip forward way too quickly. Onside kick, they were not surprised. Mm-mm. Is that Colin Taylor?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, Colin Taylor. What a dude.
If you haven't watched a lot of arena football, that won't be the first or last.
Hey, Justin checking in. What's up, Justin?
Really good kick by Trevino, but perfectly played and defended.
I do remember this. The playoff games on CBS network last year, the ticker with the other AFL games had the old Empire logo. I remember seeing that. I remember watching Billings, Nashville, and the Empire logo being on the bottom line.
I can tell you from the background, last year, Colin Taylor almost came out of retirement and signed with the Iowa Rampage. He was very
really?
Close. Yeah, very, very close.
Oh, man, that would have been slick.
You know, we saw it last week. Tommy does a great job with
Why Iowa? Did he go to college there?
He lives like 10 minutes away.
Oh, he lives there? Okay.
Yeah.
Referee is Riley Johnson.
Five-yard penalty.
Went to college at Indiana.
I mean, that's been consistent, and he does it early in game.
Played a couple years in the Chinese Arena League. Came back to finish his career in Albany.
The defense off balance, and he does it quite a bit, and does a good job at it.
Yeah, he would have been 37 playing last year. Was showing these kids how it's done.
Now in Albany, that's something Rob Keefe told us. Been surprised how strong a leader Tommy Grady is. A quiet guy.
The Iowa Rampage lore continues to build, and it's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
With a pump fake.
Oh, what a throw. Stuff like this is what drives me insane about Oregon and Washington. It's like you don't have to reinvent the wheel. The playbook has literally been written over the past 30 years on how to run an offense in arena football. And it's like, you don't need to reinvent anything. It's very simple.
I like Dalton Cole, but he's the Jameis Winston of arena football.
Yeah, every throw makes you hold your breath because you're like, it's going to be a 30-yard touchdown or a 30-yard pick.
I wonder if they could ever use him under center. They just don't have the offensive line play to be able to do that. That's the problem.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's like if you're getting the ball out quick, you don't need great offensive line play. You just need offensive line play to give you 1.5 seconds. Like that's all you need. But then if you're able to get the ball out, that slows down the pass rush, right? So it's like if you're able to run the ball, that definitely slows down the pass rush. It makes you think. So.
Right.
Jake Medlock was that for me last year.
I like Jake. He's a good person. No, I mean, I think he came, we talked before the season. He knew the situation he was going into. He understood the risks. And I think he realized, he just wanted to do one more go. And that was it. They were desperate for a quarterback at that time, too.
Yeah. Medlock played pretty damn well. I think he was probably an MVP finalist last year, given how the season played out. And I don't think he was quite
34, 35. He came back, hadn't played in 5 years, and still ran the offense perfectly.
All things considered, it was a pretty damn good job.
That's about as fast as you can get. So a nice job to start off with by Shane Austin.
Shady Sports checking in. What's up, Sam? Is this Chinese Arena League still in operation? I don't.
Oh, I know this is not Sam. This is probably one of our other guys. Chinese Arena League is way dead. It's been dead since 2019, I want to say.
Yeah, I think it ended 2018.
Yeah.
There's a flag as Austin unloads for Prince.
Oh, tough hit on Prince. Tim Capper. Oh, hell no. Yeah, it's dead. It's dead. Confirmed.
Guys were making the minimum in that league was $2,100 a week.
Yeah, on Off the Wall a few weeks ago, we had Dwayne Hollis on. He was telling us some background on his experience in the Chinese league, and it was a pretty good gig. Like he was saying, they were getting paid. I think the first two rounds got like $4,000. Second 2 rounds after that got like $3,000 a game, and everything was paid for. So they were just straight up pocketing that money. Like that was a good gig for those guys.
inside the 20 to Prince. That's his 6th catch.
Joke's on you, Krish. This is definitely Sam. So
Yeah, he's probably asking for a center Alex Isle in Southwest Kansas. He's about to need to learn Chinese real soon. So.
Get ready to learn Chinese, buddy.
A good decoy for them too, and Poppy Livers will be in the receiving core, but Prince is going to feast.
Yeah, 11 catches, 125 yards back in May.
What is it? 7 years later, he's still balling out like this. Good for him.
I really like what Shane Austin's doing from the quarterback position, and he's doing exactly what Coach Dolezal wants him to do.
Oh, that was nice. That was slick.
What Shane Austin's doing from the quarterback position.
Love this. Austin looks left the entire time. No look handoff.
Exactly
little trap action. That is so good. That might be a social post. If they run it again, that's definitely going to be a social post. Y'all are seeing how the sausage gets made right now. Notebook, jotting down plays. This is what, like, this ain't a game. This is what I do.
Yeah, this is more like Philadelphia offensive football. For Clint, he's had the same quarterback for every game for years. He knows what to expect from his quarterback. And when you don't have that, it changes up your play calling and your rhythm. Right now, this is Clint's type of offense, the way he wants to call it. So, again, this is a good sign for Philadelphia.
First and goal inside the 10 for the Soul. Austin with
Oh, awesome.
And he's planted at the 18. Oh boy, they brought the heat. And Shane Austin had no
Who got him?
room.
Yeah, this is a blown protection.
Seether.
Unusual for Philadelphia.
Who's that
This whole
guy?
line slides to the left. You've got everyone going here. Yikiata block, Scyther.
Scyther, excuse me. Scyther.
And he comes under, makes a huge play.
I'm not even seeing his name on the roster.
Scyther's industrious. 3 sacks for him out of
Nick Scyther.
Georgetown in Kentucky. They missed him last week.
Oh, that's a big boy. Look at that picture. He is just a rotund individual.
They called him up off the injury reserve this week. So Austin dumps it across the middle for
Oh.
inside the 5 and hammered it the 4. Good throw by Shane Austin on the side adjustment. Arthur Hobbs and
Now, I don't want to put this on the stream, Krish, but I have to. Alex Hale has won 4 more games than Mass this year. Thoughts on that?
I mean, I've said this before, you know, we really turned the corner Thursday night. I mean, we were 2-5. The whole industry, including yourself, were, you know, laughing at us. And,
Yeah.
And look, I know what you think about Kingsley. We've been vocal about it. And honestly, at times he hasn't been great. But, you know, being with him on Thursday night, I saw a mindset change. He's ready to take the hits. I think he understands what it means to be a quarterback in this league. And so, you know, we're going to do good, man. If I was a Southwest fan, I wouldn't be talking about Mass. We would have that boy D. Wash in the retirement home by the second quarter. So, watch it out.
All right, so hypothetically, if someone were to say, Krish, you got that 3rd win, but it was against a Jacksonville team on a road trip on 4 days rest after another road game, what would you say to someone who hypothetically would say that?
We had 3 healthy, active offensive linemen. We had 3. One of them was a rookie playing his first game. Our center got hurt in the 3rd quarter. We had to put a D lineman at the right tackle position. All right, we had 2 healthy wide receivers. Our other 2 were rookies, and one of them had a wrist injury that wasn't fully healed. So we signed a receiver, and he couldn't play because of transaction and the processing time. So, I mean, like you know what I mean? We had new DBs. We had 2 new DBs in there starting. We had a new linebacker. Like, we had a lot of different pieces. We stopped Tyler Huff real good. So.
All right. All right, I'll relay the message to whoever had that to say. I'll let them know. I'll let them know. While you're talking, Darius Prince caught another touchdown there. So
that's insane.
DP doing DP things.
And Darius Prince with a 13-yard touchdown catch. So this big crowd has been silenced. Good counterpunch by the Soul.
Oh, also, if Kenji Bahar was playing the arena style under center, he would cook. He has a really good arm. Honestly, I know you haven't seen that yet, but he has a really good arm. Trust me.
I was gonna say I'm waiting on it. I'll take your word for it.
Great job this first half. How does it feel to be here in Philly with all these weapons?
Yeah, these sideline interviews are sweet too.
Great organization. They know how to play here. They know how to win, and it's great to be able to come in and have this opportunity to go ball with these guys.
Man, the ball's not in your hand that long. 1 second, 1.5 on the release. Is that something you've always done throughout your career?
That's always been a part of my game. This offense is tailored to that. You want to get the ball out quick. I'm just trying to beat Dan. He's got the quickest release in the league, so I've learned a lot from him while I've been here.
I like it. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Randy. Randy, former great receiver, an Iron Man in this league too.
I would love to see more past arena guys get involved in the game, like whether it's on the broadcast, like on the doing the field stuff. Just getting their perspective on things would be so great.
To have him on the broadcast. I'm surrounded by Hall of Famers.
Well, you know, what's interesting, John, is watching pregame warm-ups.
Like, have you, Krish, have you checked out Arena Goat Talk with with EJ Bird?
I love Coach Bird. Yeah,
that is such a good show. He has so many good guests. If you're watching this now, continue watching this. But after we're done here, go check out Arena Goat Talk. It is unbelievable. He has had some outstanding guests, and hearing some of the stories of their playing days is just unbelievable. So good, so fun.
For Philadelphia, spending a lot of time kind of doing a little bit of coaching on the field, spending a lot of time talking to Shane Austin. Was actually calling some of the plays in pregame and keeping them in the huddle. And there's Dan right there.
Well, Dan Radaball.
This time they stay away from the onside kick. Trevino goes off the net for Jordan Williams, the rookie out of Edinburgh.
Off the net action. Here we go. Go off. There we go. I think TransFinder still a wall sponsor even way back then.
Albany will start with it at the 12-yard.
Man, Dan Rodaball was such, I know he gets a lot of credit as a player, but as a coach, first year coaching indoor football, his offense finished top 5 in every stat category. Like him and Dazell had that Frisco team playing at a high level.
Oh yeah.
He does. You know, it's kind of a wind-up. When you slow it
Yeah,
down,
Frisco's an interesting case study of like they were like from the moment they debuted, they've been good. Like they were good for so many years until they just burned out.
of the way the game is played in the Arena Football League.
And the man in motion will be Malachi Jones, who has a touchdown catch. Brady
Bomb it to Malachi. Oh, try to get cute with a one-hander.
That was stride for stride coverage. Philadelphia with Romaine back there.
And you see James Romaine walking back. There's a method.
Hey, James Romaine.
He's going to take the motion. So that's like a 40-yard sprint. In between
Romaine and Hollis in the secondary. That was a great combo.
Potentially have it run on you again like it did in the first quarter. So you want to be ready.
14. Tommy Quarter from the with us.
Former Iowa Rampage defensive coordinator and assistant head coach, James Romaine.
Yes, sir.
Take that deep drop. He unloads it for Hills.
Oh, Hills, so good.
At the 6.
He's so big. I think he's like 6'4", 6'5". You got a 6'7" quarterback throwing to a 6'4", 6'5" receiver. Where are you supposed to do that?
Joe Hill is South Carolina legend, 1,000-yard SEC receiver. So honestly, like, he's so good. He's so good.
6'4", 210. Woof.
Oh my
Big
God.
boy. Big boy.
He's like built like a safety.
Yeah.
We play man to man. We live or die with it.
They got the O lineman up at the backer. I don't like that, but I get it. I get why they do it. Oh, that would have been sweet. Because to me, like, at least having the threat of the running game is a good thing. And like I talk about it all the time. Like, run the damn ball. Like in the AF1, you can run the ball and be impactful. Like Albany does a decent job of it. Oh, Greg Carr. I didn't realize Greg Carr was on this Albany team. But I think just think so many teams just think pass, and that can work if you have the quarterback for it. But I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, Chris. Not many teams have the quarterback for that. They just don't.
Stevenson pleading his case, but I think it's going to be too late.
Mass Pirates Nation, what's good, buddy? Thanks for checking it out. We're starting to get outnumbered with Mass Pirates fans here, guys.
No, he's great. He's one of the biggest Mass Pirates fans. He makes great content. And, he's like guys like him are the reason why this team is around. Honestly,
yeah.
Even though we might not have the biggest fan base like Arizona or Tulsa, we have a strong core group of fans that really love this team. So
for sure, yeah. We just broke 100 people watching the live stream here, which is big time. Love that. Thanks for checking it out, guys. If you're just joining, this is Philadelphia Soul versus the Albany Empire 2018 season, week 10. A shout out to Arena Rules on YouTube for having the game on their channel. Go give them a like and subscribe to their channel. Show them a little love. He drops back to pass. Oh, was that a fumble? Yeah, they didn't call it. Oh, yeah, they're going to review it for sure. But while you're liking, while you're subscribing, while you're doing all that stuff, please make sure you're doing the same on this video here. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then share it with a friend. Let's see if we can get to 200. We've gotten to 200 a couple of times. Let's see if we can do it again today.
I believe he did. His arm went forward.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, Jim.
Instead of taking the sack, it's almost reminiscent of the tuck rule.
Yeah. That's very Tom Brady-like. So he tucks.
It'll be second down.
That was Thomas Dover with pressure, and the red flag is out from Rob Keefe to challenge the call.
Albany is challenging the ruling.
Yeah, it's probably going to get overturned.
That play is under further review.
I mean, you have to.
Hey, Les Moss. Look at the boy.
You look at the possession so far.
Les Moss, what a guy.
Touchdowns. I mean, you come away with points. If you lose a possession,
It's fascinating to look back on Les Moss and Rob Keefe, the journey that they've had together. Like Rob Keefe being the head coach in Albany, Les Moss being the associate, then flipping it in Northern Arizona, and then flipping it again in Bay Area. Like they've been together for a long, long time.
Okay, guys. The ruling on the field was the ball was loose out of the quarterback's hand and recovered by Philadelphia. So if you can run the play, let me take a look at it. All right, go ahead, run the play. All right, he comes forward. All right, do you have any other shot? Looks like his hand was going forward there. Okay, hang on. All right, the first time I can see his arm going forward. That if it comes out there, it's incomplete. Now he starts it forward.
That's not a better angle. That's a worse angle.
Guys, we're gonna change the ruling of his arm coming forward, and he was hit and incomplete. Let me look at it one more time just to verify, if you don't mind.
Very respectful referee.
Give me the side angle. Yeah, that's incomplete. His arm was hit going forward, so it's going to be second down. Get the previous spot. Okay, got you. Second and goal.
I was about to say, don't. This side angle doesn't do nothing for you. Like that behind angle was the only one you need. Yeah, go ahead, roll it. All right, here we go.
So some newfound life for Albany on second and goal inside the 5.
Oh, there we go. A little shift. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That was slick.
Second and goal inside the 5.
Oh, that's good.
And the handoff to Malachi Jones, who scampers in.
I'm telling you, these old games provide so much inspiration. You can make an entire playbook just watching old games.
And Albany strikes again.
You know, when you play the same team three or four times a season, you kind of save some plays. These are things you haven't seen. And you're going to see a shift, and then Malachi right up the boards here. You got great, everyone running like a gang out here.
Oh, here's a good question for you. Krish, if there's one Pirates game to cover on the turf tapes, what would you like to rewatch? The United Bowl, either road game in Green Bay last year?
2021 Eastern Conference Championship when we played Frisco. That Frisco team, again, was loaded with Dazelle, Rodabad, and Malik Henry, Gerard Hurd. Like, that was such a good team. If you look at that defense, too, and look at some of the guys on that defense, that D-line, I mean, if you're an offensive line enthusiast, you'll love that game because our O-line really played their butts off. So, yeah, that would be my game for sure.
Okay. Eastern Conference Championship. Gotcha.
Philadelphia by a touchdown.
Yeah, I'd love to do an IFL game, but we let the IFL know you'd like to see them on the turf tapes. That's all I'll say. Let the IFL know. I would love to. I'll just say that. Adam Snow, yay for replay transparency. Absolutely. Love being able to see the exact thought process of how they're thinking things through, and not just getting the buzz from old Goodell to with the spread. Oh, at the one. Oh, from Tim Capper. Arena Goat series reminds me of the 20 episodes of AFL Rewind historical series I did during COVID. I'd selfishly recommend it too. I listened to a few of those as well, Tim. Selfish recommendations are allowed.
I don't know if Dr. J, Kurtz, or whoever needs to throw that man a bag, but like throw him some money and like bring that show back. Honestly,
Let's go.
I still listen to those episodes.
The more content we can get in the arena game, the better. So you heard it, Tim. The people crave it. The people want it. Oh.
Had a huge night, and let's go downstairs to Randy Gaywood with
a car just crashed outside my house. Okay, that's crazy. What is going on in Albany?
Albany, key defense, a key fence. They play a lot of man. They let you work it down the field and try to
the key fence.
Get you discombobulated in the red zone a little bit.
Key fence.
All right, we're gonna come out of trip set here. Probably want to do something, get the ball out of our hands quick. We can sure up a 50 if we need, though. All right, here we go. We're going now. Throw it. Go get it.
You hear Rattleball?
Good execution. Hey, if they're too low, even we're leaving. Good throw, Shane.
Did you call that play?
Nah, I wish I did. But that good execution. That boy, wait and see it. Good job.
That's awesome to hear the quarterback on the sideline hyping his boy up during a mid-game interview. That's sweet. Nobody picked him up. Absolutely nobody. That's crazy.
Oh, this is a really good question in the chat. Interested to see.
Oh, from Mass Pirates?
Yeah.
Question for either of you guys. This is a good one for the chat, too. Would love to hear what the chat has to say. What is one thing that an arena league could do to improve the product immediately? It could be something minor or major.
Post-game interviews, 3 to 5 minutes. That's my thing.
There you go. Yeah, you mean like on the field, like what they do with Vice TV, or are you talking about like more?
No, like a press conference. More
press conference.
Yeah, have the head coach stand up, answer 8 to 10 questions.
Yeah, that'd be good, and that's easy to chop up for social clips too, for the league, for the teams.
Right.
It'd be good to get some tough questions asked to these coaches, and I agree. I think that'd be nice. But I'm curious what you guys think. Everyone who's watching here, just pop the question back up here. Was one thing that an arena league could do to improve the product immediately? Could be something minor or major. For me, I think there's a handful of things that they can do. I think not enough teams do enough content surrounding the games. I not just featuring the players, but like the only time you see highlights from a lot of these leagues or from a lot of these teams is when the game is happening live. Like DP makes an unbelievable catch over the wall the past 2 Billings home games. You see it on the AF1's social feed, right? But then you don't really see it the rest of the week. It's like, paste that thing 2, 3, 4 times over. Like, abuse it. Just because you post it once doesn't mean your entire audience is going to see it, right? So I just think there's so much more the leagues could do, and the teams as well. Some of the teams do a really good job of it. But overall, I think that the floor can be raised in terms of what they're doing. Great question, and I'm curious to see what the folks here have to say. This week in arena ball, rebound nets. All right, he wants rebound nets in the IFL apparently.
Now with 51 touchdowns this year.
Oh, Grady, what was that? That was not good. I'd say interviews during games for sure. Also for the smaller leagues, they need uniformity in their broadcast. Yes. 100% yes. Respectfully, the NAL is a massive culprit of this, where the viewing experience is dramatically different from team to team, and it's not good enough. If we're just being honest, if we're in the trust circle here, we're in the trust circle amongst all 116 of us right now. It's not good enough. It just isn't.
I think the great thing is he has such a rapport with Tommy Grady.
All right, let's go, Grady. Launch it. Oh. So close. We need more quality memorabilia like football cards, custom merchandise. Yes, football cards would be sweet. I agree, though. We need way more content in general. Stuff like the Now or Never docs the Pirates did was cool. Didn't the Pirates start like a podcast earlier this year? I don't know if they've continued that or not.
No, they did like 2 episodes with like random kid and they stopped.
Yeah, so that's another thing too, where it's like they start these things, but it's like, man, just be consistent with it. Like that has an opportunity to be something really special, and again, put these players on a pedestal and
Man, when
give
I
them
did
an
the
opportunity.
focus show for the Carolina Cobras, we did 130,000 views in 25 episodes. You know,
Yeah,
like people will watch, honestly.
Yeah, and like that's how you build that community, right? And I think a lot of teams and a lot of owners think, oh, we're providing a football team to the community, we're doing them a favor. It's like, no, I don't. That shouldn't be the approach. Like, you really got to embrace the community. You really got to go to them. Make the what is it, barrier to entry? That's what I'm looking for. Make the barrier to entry as low as possible. Like, give them as much short, little clippable social clips that they can watch on their time. And content is king, man. Chris Cohen checking in here. What's up, Chris? Definitely agree on the cards. Even team-produced cards are something for younger kids to have to remember the game. Part of the reason why I'm obsessed with the Crush. Yes, I remember Chris. I think on social he sent me I don't know if he sent me a tweet or a DM. He had like a spreadsheet of Colorado Crush cards he's looking for from like the 2006-2007 season. I remember that. But I'm curious what the TAL does. The TAL has their fan club app, and in theory, it seems like it could be pretty cool with some of the things that they're doing. Like, you could check in while you're watching a game, earn points, and redeem points. The execution is going to be something to keep an eye on, but I think
I'm gonna let you be my guinea pig on that. You can buy the premium, and then you can tell me how it is, and then I'll go purchase it later, because it was like $170 for a season.
Yeah, I didn't even dig that far, so that's news to me. I just downloaded the app. I was looking around. I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool, I guess. But I credit them for trying something new, right? They're doing something a little bit different.
That's another thing a lot of these teams could do better. I just thought of it. Like the cheerleading squads at our games, the cheerleaders are like all the way in the back. You can't even see them. They're like behind the goalpost. Like,
yeah. Yeah, the ticket sales aspect of these games is wow. What just happened? Show the replay of that. What just happened to you? It looked like he had it, then bobbled it, then re-caught it. Deep cross. Catches it, tips. Oh, wow. Bobble, 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 catch. Wow. Good catch. Post-game meet and greets should be required. Absolutely. 100% across the board, they should be required. Like, losses, I can understand the guys not wanting to come out. Yeah, but at the same time, that last part is more important. Being able to interact with the players is massive, massive way to build community and to build that connection with players.
Exactly, and that's something I was talking to with one of my players, Akil Greer for Washington. I was talking to him about building a brand in Washington. I'm like, you're not going to win any games, but at least like you can build a brand and like salvage what you have in the city because Seattle is a big hub for business, so it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, the economics of ticket sales for these indoor and arena teams is fascinating to me. It's just like it's insane to me. Like you can have a team that is very, very, very good that has tens of people in the stands. And it's like, what does that look like on a day to day? Ooh, onside kick.
And I don't know, Trey, do you know any teams that have their players sell tickets or no?
I feel like I saw a team I saw a player from a team have like a link in his like link in bio where people could purchase through him and he would get credit for it. I can't remember who it was, but that's another thing where it's like if you're looking for alternative forms of income for these players too, yeah, give them 50%, 40%, whatever number you want, and yeah, I think that's a great idea. I think I've heard you guys talk about that before.
Hills with 22 touchdown catches this year. Over 250 in his career, top 10 number in the AFL. And a hand up to Jeremy.
Yeah, Chris, that was something the Spartans did right this weekend. Shaw was helping to ensure players stayed on the field to interact with fans. Yeah, build that community.
Yeah, why not?
Glad to see he's finally keeping the players disciplined.
Yeah, that Colorado team's interesting. I think if Andre Sale is in the mix, I think they have a very good chance of dethroning Omaha. But without him, I don't know.
No, he's starting this week, I was told, but they don't.
He
I
is?
mean, they're losing by 10 to 14 points. I mean, they don't have. They lead the league in unsportsmanlike conduct penalties by like a wide margin. They're not.
Oh,
They have no discipline, honestly.
now that's a stat. That's a stat to keep in mind. Yeah, Andre Sale to Lex Rosario. Love that combo. Andre Sale, friend of the program. All right, see if Philadelphia can score here.
Austin started his career in Pittsburgh in 2013. He's been well traveled. Spent a couple years in Cleveland.
All right, 3rd and goal. Where's it going? Oh, what a pick play by Prince. Big time pick play. Oh, man.
Boy, Austin's doing a nice job at the line of scrimmage, and that is enabling him to find open receivers.
Yeah, Shane Austin and really Clint Dalzell doing a good job.
Look at this in the slot.
Guys down here and really like a double pick and just get wide.
That is such a pick play. Unbelievable.
You may see now another onside kick.
I didn't even show it in full. DP just comes in and
3rd and goal.
he sells it well. He sold it very well.
Yes, fine score.
Line up again.
They just got doing a good job at quarterback position, working it down the field, and that's got this guy right here fired up.
All right, so if you are Clint Dalzell, do you call
I got a screenshot about to throw on socials now.
You may see 2 more onside kicks before this half is over. It's 150 left. You may want to do it now because Albany potentially will have the ability to work the ball down the field, score laps.
150. Do you onside kick here?
And so you can see Albany from a return standpoint here. They've got 7 points
No,
up.
too much time.
They're defending for
Yeah, you'd think.
And this is one of those judgment calls. It could go either way. It would not surprise me here if Trevino did perform an onside kick.
If you're new to arena football, you may say, what was Rob Keith thinking? Attempting the onside kick, setting Philadelphia up inside the 10.
Yeah, it's all related to time.
Yep.
Yeah, arena football time math is just fascinating to me. Yeah, onside kick. Wow, they did it.
Tell you what, it takes a lot of courage to play that front line in this league on your kick return team. Man, it's
I feel like in today's AF1, they probably kick it deep there. And that's a little aggressive.
I mean, that's a kill shot. And Colin bravely stands in there for his team.
Taylor had to withstand pressure from Adrian Ferns and company. Taylor from Indiana at 6'1", 205. He's been a little quiet this year.
Colin Taylor.
A little more of a second.
We had a turf tapes a couple months back now. I think it was when the Burger Popper Omar was on. It was Cleveland Gladiator. Oh, they're saying it hit the wall. Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, Dwayne Hollis does a great job of ripping that ball out. 6'6" Greg Jones. He's a weapon down here in the red zone. Greg Carr has this catch, but defended well. The ball is not.
Oh, okay. It's ripped to the floor. I didn't see it bounce off the ground.
There's 1 minute remaining in the first half. The 1 minute timing rules are now in effect. Each team has 3 timeouts. Timeout.
So we're at the 1 minute warning. Good play by Dwayne Hollis to break up a potential touchdown. What a game in Albany. Albany and Philadelphia knotted at 28 on CBS Sports Network with Pat O'Hara and Randy Gates.
All right, here we go.
Pat, some mismanaged moments during the 1 minute warning last week.
Legendary offensive tackle for Albany, Mo Ruffins, R.I.P. You know, he was one of the best.
Mo Ruffins, what a name.
In the half, scoring last year. Right here, you're going to want to make Philadelphia call a timeout.
Brady, end zone, Greg Carr.
Oh, there you go. He held on to that one. God, Greg Carr's a big guy, too. I didn't realize he was that big. 6'6", 230. Good Lord. It's appropriate that he's named Carr. He's the size of a car. Jesus. Oh, wow. Larry Beavers was on this Albany team, too? I haven't seen him in this one. He must not have been active for it.
This will follow with another onside kick.
Just like they drew it up. Kenny Spencer.
Every time I see the Philly Soul, I think of Derek. Oh, he missed the extra point. That's a big one. Yeah, Derek Ross was nice. All right, Trey. I see you here with the Tulsa question. You get one Tulsa question this stream, and this is it, okay? This is the one. Trey, can you please explain to me how the last 2 plays before half in our game versus Quad City were not PIs? Yes, I can. So the deep ball one on 3rd down, the DB jumped in front of the wide receiver, did not obstruct his ability to catch the ball. He just got in between the receiver and the ball. It's not PI. Just because the receiver landed rough doesn't make it PI either. And the second one, I think that the DB was making a play for the ball. He has an equal right to make a play for the ball, just like the receiver does. I don't think there was enough contact for it to be PI. So I'm the first one to throw the refs under the bus and blame the refs, but I think the refs got those right. Just because it went against Tulsa doesn't mean it's wrong. But there were a couple other things Tulsa could have done a little bit better there to win that game. I don't think those 2 calls were the reason why you lost. So there's your Tulsa Oilers minute. Back to the game.
I'll chime in, Trey. If I were you, man, I wouldn't watch the game on the 21st. You know, we're about to put Marvin Jones to bed by the second half, so get ready.
Here we go. Pirates Oilers. Let's roll. Is that game in Mass or is that game in Tulsa?
No, that game is Saturday night in Mass.
There you go. Another onside kick. Sheesh.
It's by the first line of defense.
Kicks that hit the wall are dead. First down, Philadelphia.
And Philadelphia will take over inside the 20-yard line at the 16. So
Mass Pirates loving that.
here it comes.
Mass Pirates Nation loving that.
I wonder who was in charge of ticket sales for Albany at this time. Was Jeff Levesque still involved with them, or no? Was it a different management?
I think it was a different leadership group at that time. Defense kid would know for sure. He'd be able to fill us in.
Quarterback of managing this clock. He's going to want to score with no time left on the clock.
Darius Reynolds is in high motion. And they're targeting Darius, fighting for it.
Oh,
A push off.
look at the party zone, full of people back there. Good for them.
Reynolds for so many years has been
Defensive pass interference, number
Money.
10. Penalty is half the distance to the goal line and an automatic first down.
wasn't a tough call, Pat.
No, I thought that was a good call. A lot of fist fighting going on there. You see Varmasoni. You see this matchup right here with Darius.
What do you see that makes Neal the best quarterback in the league in y'all's eyes? Because I didn't see it live Friday. I don't think he's the best quarterback in the league. I think he's the MVP of the league. There's a big difference. When Neal plays, Quad City does not lose. They're 7-0 when he plays. When he does not play, they're 0-2. That's, to me, that's why he's MVP so far this season. That's going to change. But I don't think he's the best quarterback. I think he is the most valuable player to his team.
He's in motion, sprinting out Austin. He can run with it.
I think Dalton Snead is a much better quarterback than Neal, just based on what he's been able to do on the field for the past 3 years. TJ Edwards, I think, is a much better quarterback as well. But yeah, Neal comes through in those moments, at least this year.
I got TJ Edwards winning an MVP so far. I got Dalton Snead or Max Miler winning Offensive Player of the Year. And then my Rookie of the Year, you got to give it to my boy Puka Williams from Mass, man. Like, he's number one.
He's good. He's nice. Yeah, they fed him. I was worried about how you would replace Jimmy Robinson's production, but Puka Williams is nice. He's very, very good.
Yeah, I don't know who Jimmy is. Jimmy who? Like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, that's my boy. But nah, Puka's our guy now. So.
Oh, Jacksonville Jimmy? Yeah, you don't know that guy?
Shane Austin played in Cleveland a few years ago for head coach Steve Tunn. Steve Tunn coached head coach Clint Dolezal at Grand Rapids when Clint Dolezal was a player. So
Grand Rapids mentioned. World of Football, where are you at? They just mentioned Grand Rapids Rampage.
Quarterback and a coach. So this is a good situation for Shane Austin to be in with this head coach.
The Dolezal tree is sprouting with Aaron Wash in motion.
How are there still 40 seconds left in this first half? Oh my God. It's been like under 2 minutes for the for the past 15 minutes.
Summers brought him down.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Used to it. What do we do now?
Dolezal was a big guy too. He looks like he was about 6'5".
End of half, end of game situations as it relates to the arena football game.
Rob Keefe calling for another timeout.
All of us in this house hate the Jacksonville Sharks. Different reasons, a handful of different reasons. That's fair, I guess.
I'll say this about Jacksonville, man. Like, you know, Bob is a very passionate fan of his team, and so I understand where he's coming from because I'm, you know, a loud, toxic fan myself. But I think it's you know, I think sometimes there's a line, right? And I think the way they play is their play style. You know, I think their fans kind of take on their play style. You know, so that's it. I don't mind them, honestly. Like, I think I don't like Jacksonville either at all.
Yeah. Well, nor should you. They're a big time rival of y'all's, even going back not just with the IFL, right? Like going back multiple years.
Score last, even though they don't have any timeouts. So again, the chess match is a beautiful thing about the Arena Football League.
What would you call if you were Dolezal?
Well, you know,
I see this comment from Mass Pirates Nation about Jimmy. Yeah, because when you try to use a running back of his size in the pass blocking game, you know, what do you think is going to happen? Like that, I don't think Jason Gibson has ever had to use a running back like him before. So
yeah, he's definitely unique. He's not an arena football running back. He is like that. Oh, what a pass! What a good play. He's like that utility running back / wide receiver. You got to use him the right way.
For the pride of Michigan State.
that was a clutch play by Shane Austin. This is a dart. Watch how quickly this ball comes out on the pick slant.
Oh, he runs a little whip route? Ooh, that was slick. Look at this, Krish.
That was a clutch play by Shane Austin. This is a dart. Watch how quickly
Runs a
the ball
little
comes
whip.
out on the
Whip.
pick slant. Double move.
Very
The
nice.
windows are small. I'm telling you, this is a small window to get the ball in when you're 6 feet tall.
And I agree with you, Mass Pirates Nation, man. Like, I don't want to get that talk, but that Karan Ashley, number 4, he's going to have CTE by the time the season's over. I mean, they take him out and in after he gets hit in the head. Like,
Yeah.
once a game. So, yeah.
It is curious how there's a lot more injuries that happen down there. Ooh, they missed the extra point. There are a lot more injuries. Like going into the season, we had what? Jimmy Robinson, Tyler King, and Ed Vander as a 3-headed attack for Jacksonville. Vander got traded away. King got crushed, and Jimmy Robinson went down in Tucson. So that 3-headed monster became a no-headed monster very quickly. So, yeah, interesting things going on down there.
I love that we have TJ Edwards, father in the chat. That's awesome.
We won 8 games before TJ came. Now he has us fighting for the first seed, but he's not the MVP. Look, he's up there. He's up there in the conversation. I think he's definitely in the top 3 talk right now. And by the season's end, he might be top 1. But as of right now, like I think it has to go to Daquan, just because when he plays, Quad City wins. When he does not, they lose. Like that's the definition of valuable to me. If you call me crazy, but anytime a player plays, you win. They don't, you lose. That's pretty valuable.
No, I see your point. Yeah, it's value over production, and that's a real thing, honestly. Like, your team is winning games, but I mean, the only reason why it's Edwards for me is his ability to kind of do it year after year. Like he's still running at a high level. He's willing to put his body at risk. And I think that's great MVP. Like, but I see your point. I think it can go either way, honestly.
Well, it's like last year in the IFL, right? Who was MVP? Jerome Johnson. Who was all IFL first team? Sam Casanova. So it's like you could probably make the case that Casanova maybe should have won the MVP, all things considered. Yeah, but if they make the playoffs, he definitely wins MVP. But since they missed, that's how it works. Like it's not the first time that's happened in the IFL. That happened. What, 2019? I think Nate Davis was all first team, and then someone else won MVP. So it's like it's not unprecedented. Like that's happened before.
Who's better, my Oilers, Jacks, or Green Bay? That's hard for me. I think Green Bay is overrated as hell, but I mean,
ooh, interesting.
I saw them in person, man. They're not that good, but
okay.
I think the same about Quad City. I call him the quad fraud. We're about to have that, Moline on fire when we go down there. But no, I think I think Jacksonville's a really good team. I really think that defense is amazing. When they're at full health, I think that team is definitely better. They're better on paper. It's hard to, IFL is like a week in and week out league. You never know who's going to show up. It's kind of hard to say one team is better than the other,
Right. Yeah, especially with how fluid the rosters are. The team that starts week 1 is vastly different from the team that ends week 19, right? That's just the way it goes. It is still the second quarter. Oh my God. These 1-minute timing rules are insane. Reminder to feed Vander. Some nice grub. That's right. Hashtag feed Vander. What a hit.
Tommy just touches this ball over the Jack linebacker's head. Nice job.
Second catch of the night, 56 yards for Malachi Jones.
Oh, here's a good question. Are there any good QBs that played both arena and indoor and still was dominant other than Sam?
Man, you know what I'm going to say. I don't think I need to say it. Malik Henry. Come on now. I mean, come on. He went to indoor football. He led the league in passing yards per game. He's still second. And then he goes to the arena and he puts hoes to bed. I mean, that's my boy. So I'm Malik Henry for sure.
I'll say he's got a lot of fight in him. He showed that last week. He's got some fight in him. Yeah.
That was unbelievable. Like, I love, I know Spruce, the linebacker, personally.
Yeah.
He should have been thrown out too.
Yeah.
That was dirty
Yeah.
play.
I saw that happen. I was like, oh, that's not good. It's a good thing they were up by 1 billion when that happened. Oh, illegal defense. Throw it. There you go. God, 40-34 in the second quarter.
Great job by Tommy Grady with the cadence. That's going to be on Philadelphia. That'll be a touchdown. Leaving 5 seconds on the clock. So an excellent job by Albany. Tommy Grady and Les Vaughn.
By number 76, Shading. Penalty is declined. Touchdown.
Walter Thomas called for shading. Describe what shading is.
Well, the nose guard.
Oh, they called it shading.
As soon as he picks his hand up and gets in this area, they call that shading.
Yeah, Trey, man, I gotta check you here. Neal was the quarterback for the team called the Bay Area Panthers last year. They were pretty good, so they did go to the playoffs. So Daquan Neal's pretty good at football. Pretty good. Mass Pirates Nation. That Green Bay game was so tough. We dropped down to 3 D linemen immediately, and it was tough from there. I can't wait for the rematch.
Man, every chance I get to talk about us, I'm gonna take. But
of course, yeah.
We've dealt with injuries all year. Our top 3 of our DBs, one of them decided not to come due to personal reasons. One of them got hurt, and then the other one, he's been like inconsistent, so he got released. So it's like, we've been fighting all season long, So.
Right. Well, it goes back to what we just talked about before. Like, oh my God, look at this stat. Touchdown. Yeah, the team that starts the year week 1 is dramatically different than the one that ends it. And like even at the midway point, like we're at week 12, entering week 12 of the IFL season. You look at that opening day roster graphic, and it's like, man, that is it is incredible how like it's a rotating door for some of these teams.
Even seeing a guy like, someone I'm close with, DJ Myers in San Antonio. I mean, he was number 1 in reception in the IFL, number 2 in touchdowns, and he gets released.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one I hope finds a landing spot here soon because he's good. He was the one who he got hurt in Bay Area, right, where he landed into the boards really badly. Yeah, that was a rough one, but he was a monster last year with Cachanova. He was so good. Off the net, here we go. Go down, down, get down. Wow, they didn't give me 1 second.
I really hope Tulsa loses to Bay Area. I need that so bad.
Yeah, they want the 1 second back on the clock. Bro, if he just goes down, it's... Yeah, they blew it at 1 second. They should have a play.
Started late, but
it did start late, but they're not going to get it.
Wow, not going to get it. Oh, here we go, Rob.
A lot of effort, a lot of energy.
Speaking of Bay Area.
Proud of the guys. Philadelphia's 2-time defending champs. Regardless, without Dan Rodbar or not, you see how great of a coach Clint Dozell is to get Shane Austin ready for this type of atmosphere. So we're pumped up. We're prepared for it. We knew it was going to be this kind of game.
Did a great job of managing the 1-minute timing rule based on last week and this week. What changes what'd you tell the guys?
Well, first off, we're teaching the fans what onside kicks are here. I mean, they're doing a great job of sticking with us.
We're teaching the fans what onside kicks are.
I should have called that third time out a little bit earlier. We probably should have had about 4 or 5 seconds left. I pushed it just a little bit there. That's on me, but the guys are doing a great job. I would have liked to have got that stop on 4th down there, but they have the ball coming back out of the half. It's going to be a war of attrition, man. This thing's going to go back and forth. It's going to probably come down to whoever has the ball last.
Each team has scored on every possession tonight as well. The defense is a little suspect tonight. What is it going to take to win this game?
Well, look, they're now in the progression of the season where Clint's changing things up. So we got to adapt. We got to make the proper adjustments. We got to be prepared. All it's going to take is that 1 interception, that 1 forced fumble. We're going to get it. We just got to stick with the program.
Sounds good. Best of luck. Guys?
Excellent insight, Randy. Terrific.
Let Rob Keefe cook, man. He is a ball of energy. He is so good.
Even when there was touchdowns, could his performance be any better tonight?
No, he's playing well. Even when there was some tight windows there at the end on 4th down, too, he got it in there. Playing well.
Overall, what do you have to do to win this game? How do you go on and complete the second half and win this game tonight?
Well, we got to get some stops and get a little more pressure on him. Right now, they're just dropping back and playing bombs away on us. We got to do a better job in secondary.
Sounds good. Guys?
Playing bombs away on us.
Clint Dalzell, I'm sure, had some maybe not so kind words at times in the locker room. Lets it play off. Huge three for the Empire.
Around the consistency as a young
Aaron Washa.
How difficult is it for a young guy coming into the league?
Aaron Washa. Let's look up Aaron Washa.
But learning the routes. Clint Dalzell said a lot of the receivers last week cut off.
Is Tulsa, this is a question for you, Trey. You think Tulsa matches up well with Bay Area?
It depends on what Tulsa team shows up. Honestly, I think Tulsa has a strong squad, but the
defensive end from NC State.
Yeah, you can see Cato Bishop.
it's yeah, I don't know. Bay Area is a wagon, man. Bay Area is so good.
Intentional, non-intentional in today's football, that's going to be a foul.
Mario Norman back in the Empire.
I think Bay Area, because I think their defense is amazing. I think they have one of the best defenses in the league. And I think their offense, again, like you said, it's a wagon. I mean, Josh Tomas is playing at a high level.
What they've been able to do with Tomas in the running game is unreal. Like how they've been able to utilize him in that halfback spot. Oh.
I'll tell you what, that's great coverage by Arthur Hobbs. That was really patient, good coverage on
It's good. It's good coaching.
And I really like the way he defended that play against Darius Prince. Well done by Arthur Hobbs. Watch the patience by Prince at the top of your screen here. Not interfering, just running on the hip. Well done.
Hobbs from Nebraska, Kearney in his 3rd year. Kalena Moku in motion. Intended receiver, but it's tipped at the line of scrimmage. And the Jack linebacker, Terrence Moore, was trailing him. And Varmasoni had coverage on Kalena Moku, usually sure-handed.
This is excellent by Terrence Moore. His reactions and instinctive play leads to plays like this.
Tulsa needs to sign a real running back. I mean, I was talking to Coach Andre before the season, and he offered one of my guys, but my guy's still in college. But I think, yeah, I mean, they need a running back. I mean, obviously, but the running back market in indoor football, Trey, I think you know that the running back market's horrible in the NFL. Can you imagine what it is in the IFL? Like,
Right. Oh, big sack there. Yeah, I like Sauce Rogers. Sauce Rogers is dynamic. He's very, very good. But the way they use him, it's like, man, you got like you need a bruiser. Like you need a Martez Carter. Like I know they had him signed. I'm not sure if he RTR'd or if he got hurt. But
what Tez, I mean, if you know Meatball, like he's either in it or he's not with it. So I think he's done with football altogether.
Yeah, but he's the one that really made that Frisco offense really work last year. And then you threw in Rankin last year too, towards the back half. Martez and Rankin, like you need that big bruiser guy who can lower his shoulder. Like Rogers is dynamic. I just don't think he's that guy that can lower the shoulder and deliver the boom when you need to. When he stepped in at quarterback for Duke City last year, he was very, very good. Like he was the fastest player on the field every single time he was on the field, which is impressive.
He was. I mean, Tulsa, for me, like in order to be a contender, they need to sign another interior D lineman. I think their D line is very inconsistent. Charles Williams, he's still available. He's still in retirement. I wonder if Andre Coles make the call over to him come back. That would be awesome to see.
Yeah, that'd be slick. That'd be sweet.
Randy Gatewood has the man of the hour, Malachi Jones.
Malachi Jones, my vote for Rookie of the Year. Could you talk about, there's a lot of athletes in your family. Where do you rate yourself among
Malachi Jones?
Absolutely.
the best one there. No, but yeah, like you said, I got a lot of great athletes in my family, man. They push me daily. You know, they're why I'm here today. They push me every day, man. Always in my corner, so I always got love for them.
The great Rocket Ismail, your godfather, how has he influenced and helped you
Wow.
throughout your career?
Rocket Ismail is Malachi Jones's godfather. How's that for a piece of trivia? Wow.
Maybe 2-3 times a month, man. So he's been huge for me, and I love him to death.
Keep doing what you're doing. Great job out there, guys.
There's a class act.
Rocket Ismail.
Well done, Randy. As it comes off, then to Bobby Livers. Livers looking for a block and gets pushed at the barrier by Greg Carr. You missed in the first half. We gave you the family snapshot, the Jones family.
The Rocket is.
I want to know who you have winning the TAL championship this year.
The TAL, I'm still very lost from the TAL. I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. I watched a couple games. I'm still getting a gist for the rules. Like I understand it to an extent, but some teams do like the old hike it, flip it back to the real quarterback. Like it's all over the place. So I'm still getting a gauge for it. I would love if like the Hot Springs Wise guys could make a little run. I think that'd be fun. They had a really good turnout to their first game. The presentation looked really well, but it's hard to pick against Duluth, especially with what they were able to do in that second half and just scored 57 points in the second half. Just crazy numbers. But yeah, I'm still learning about the TAL. It is a very different game. I was thinking about it. Arena football is to NFL football in terms of like difference in style as TAL is to like arena football, if that makes sense, where it's like it's still arena football, but it's such a drastically different style with no kicking, fewer linemen. It's literally 7-on-7. It's if you approach it as tackle 7-on-7, it's a lot easier to digest. Fast Nation can't get into it. To me, it's not football without line play. It doesn't look like guys are trying on some plays. That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, if you ask your boy, Coach Tony O'Neill, he'll tell you that he'll run through any team in the IFL any day.
Yeah. Oh, I know he will. I know he will. He is not afraid to voice his opinion, and the league is better for it. But I think the TAL is very interesting in that. Oh, offsides there. I think it's very interesting in that. Krish, am I right in assuming that the two hardest positions to recruit in arena football or indoor football are kicker and lineman?
Oh yeah, 1,000%. Yeah.
So it's like
yeah,
those two positions are the most difficult positions to recruit, and the TAL rules literally eliminate that. So it makes it easier for the teams to recruit the fun positions like quarterback, running back, wide receiver, all that fun stuff. You don't have to worry about a kicker ruining your season. You don't have to worry about, finding multiple offensive linemen that want to play and are capable of playing. So I like the approach. Will it catch on? I just don't know.
I think you kicker, lineman, and DB. DBs are really hard to find nowadays.
Yeah.
That stupid outdoor league, the IFA. It took all the good DBs. No, I mean
IFA. Ooh, what a play!
That was a good play.
Did they run that trap again? Oh, if that was that same trap, it was. Yes, they ran that same trap play from the first quarter. All right, if you're watching now, that's going to be my social clip at some point this week of a play that I love. That's going to be the one. That's a great call by Dolezal.
Clint gets the most out of his fullback. You see this
Look at this no-look handoff. Follow the big boys.
He knows that defender's going to go low, and he just hurdles him for a touchdown.
What a run. What a play.
That was impressive moves.
I like the TAL a lot. I think it's a good league. Our former OC, Bones Ante, he's the head coach at Hot Springs.
Yeah, Bones. Yeah, I think they do themselves a big favor by their branding is very nice. Their field pops on camera. The presentation has been really good for the most part. Can get cleaned up a little bit here and there, but just presentation wise, it's already better than it's better than the NAL presentation wise. If we're just being honest, like it just is clean branding, clean fields, bright colors that pop on screen. Like it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing that got going. I'm interested to see how it continues to grow.
Thanks for spending part of your Father's Day weekend with us. As Adrian Trevino will tee it up at the goal line, waiting for it at the wall is Jordan Williams.
Don't be shocked if it's another onside kick.
No onside kick. Nope, kick it deep. There you go.
I was with you though. This one's coming off the net for Williams. Williams outside, but he's tripped up. Good job by Adrian Francis and Joe Gooseby on coverage.
What a combo. Joe Hills, Malachi Jones.
11 combined grabs and 5 combined touchdowns.
That's a dynamic duo. That's exactly what they
6
are.
total touchdowns on the day for them.
Defenders for Philadelphia. I mean, who do you try to stop? I mean, stop.
Yeah, what do you do? Like, who do you focus on?
Nice job of mixing it up too.
I guess you would have to focus on Hills, but then Jones is going to cook you.
When you factor in Jones can run the ball, you saw a student body left touchdown.
Here's a good question from All Around Rue. Which current arena indoor comes close to the old AFL? Do you mean league or team? If you're talking league, I think AF1 is literally the only one that plays arena rules technically, so they would be the de facto answer. In terms of individual team, probably Albany, just because they play that under-centered offense pretty successfully and pretty well. Trying to think through the teams now. I think just about every team runs out of shotgun except for Albany and Nashville. Oh yeah, he was talking about league. Yeah, AF1's the only arena rules league left now. Everyone else is playing indoor rules or 7-man. Oh, what a touchdown. What a catch. Big Boy Sports here. Had to drop in. The TAL is great. Weren't you raving about the pseudo full house formation? Yes, I was. The full house formation that you, Claire, ran was awesome. It was so refreshing to see. It was very, very cool. Lots of possibilities. Again, I'm not dismissing it. I think the TAL has some legs. It's going to be some very entertaining football throughout the entire season. But yeah, I just think it's harder for the more common fan to get accustomed to, but I think they'll get there. I think they will. Yeah, I'm interested to see what ends up happening with the ENTFLA, the INTFLA. That seemed to dissolve pretty quickly. Supposedly it was going to be like the TAL of the East, right? It just kind of fell apart.
Yeah, they were trying to hit the Northeast market hard. But
yeah,
if you know anything about living up here in New England, it's hard. I mean, it's a very expensive place. So.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not an easy market, and there's a reason why you have Albany, Mass, and then nobody else there. It's just tough. It's tough, man. Malachi. Ooh. That's a well-defended play by James Romaine. It's just an unbelievable throw. Oh, look, he doesn't bite on it. Just a perfect throw. Dang, what can you do?
Great catch. Concentration. Imagine running full speed, knowing that ball's coming up on you like that, and say, hey, I'm going to get this ball for my team. Malachi Jones doesn't.
So they're checking out Jones in the tunnel. Looks like he's no worse for the wear, but 4 touchdowns receiving, 1 on the ground.
Oh, I got a good question for you. If the Omaha played in the IFL, would they make the playoffs in the East or the West?
Squatting on these receivers as a secondary, and they're
I don't know, man. That's a tough question because
More times than not, Tommy Grady's come up with points out of that.
I feel like they would. They would be in the East, right? They would have to be in the East.
No, Omaha would be in the West.
They would be in the West?
Yeah.
Really?
You talk about a guy who's 6'3", 250.
Aren't they like really close? They're like super close to Iowa, right?
Once you get that type of body,
Right, but I feel like they would be in the West. No, maybe.
I don't know. Let me pull up the IFL map. I don't know.
Spencer.
Oh, they are right on the edge. So I think that they're they're right in the coin flip zone where they could be either.
Yeah, I see Mass Tires Nation about the ENTLFA. Yeah, they put a team in Fitchburg, Mass. And if anyone knows anything about Fitchburg, Mass, man, that's like the cocaine capital of Massachusetts. So I knew it wasn't going to work out.
Oh, the cocaine capital of Massachusetts. Got it. Pittsburgh. Oh.
It's bound to happen in this round robin.
Joe Hills, Malachi Jones, Quentin Sims, Colin Taylor, Phil Barnett, Darius Prince, Markel Wade, Daquan Patton, Darian Townsend, Dwayne Brown, Isaiah Scott. Yeah, Albany does wide receivers. Albany knows how to feed wide receivers. That's for sure.
I love Daquan Patton. He was in my top 10 NAL receiver list, but do not put him in that conversation with those others, man. Like, that's crazy.
Listen, he's got he broke through. No. How did he break through? How did that happen? The soldiers refused to die. What happened?
strip the ball instead of securing the tackle.
All right, Trey wants us to list the top 10 best teams in all of arena football. I mean, that's hard to do because they play by different rules.
Yeah. That's tough, man. That's really tough. Like you said, they play by different rules. Oh, jeez.
Aaron Wash at 6'3", 205. Rookie out of Michigan State.
Well, Albany would be Mass Pirates 1. Anybody else 2? Yeah, there you go. That's the list right there. I feel like Albany would have to be 1, right? Just they're 1-1 right now. But take away rules. Let's say they all play in the IFL, but that doesn't work. It doesn't work like that.
Makes it such a great game.
I feel like it'd be some combination of, in no particular order, it'd have to be Albany, Arizona, Bay Area, Quad City, Omaha, Beaumont, Southwest Kansas, probably Jacksonville, Tulsa. Well, we got one more. Vegas, I guess, would be a 10th one. Like Vegas is one. They're either tremendous or horrendous given the week, so they're like right on the edge.
It's so difficult. Like I said, they play by different rules, and I love my boy Coach Negron and Omaha to death, but I tell him all the time, if you ever play Huts, it would be fun,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is why he included Daquan Patton, because of old David Patton. He's a legacy Albany guy. He gets scooped in there. Again, or what do we got here? The IFL is the best league. It's not even close. Yeah, right now they are.
It's getting closer. I think I think next year, screenshot this screen record this. I feel like next year that gap is going to become closer. I believe.
Take notes. Yeah, I think the gap between first and last has to be improved in the AF1 in order for them to be in consideration. Because right now the gap between Albany and Washington is they're playing different sports. Like they're in different stratospheres from each other.
It's sad that we can't put the NAL, at that second, but they just haven't done enough. And
Yeah.
I'll give your viewers a little bit of a tidbit of information.
Joe Hills, oh my.
Idaho Horsemen are folding, so they won't be back next year. That was confirmed to me last night. So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So obviously losing another team is terrible for the NAL.
Yeah, that stinks.
So,
yeah, they were on an island by themselves out there, and that's
right.
like it feels like they would have benefited greatly from AF1 being in that Pacific Northwest.
But that owner was so cheap,
Yeah. Well, you heard it here, folks. Heard it here first, folks.
It might have brought rain to Albany. That's 9 straight completions.
Yeah, let's get a power rankings out. This community loves power rankings. Let's go ahead and fire that thing up. Let's get crazy. Let's get nuts. Got 108 points as we're not even in the fourth quarter yet. Ridiculous. Well, we got 150 people watching here, Chris, so we got quite the crew here. Thank you, everybody, for coming checking it out. This is the Philadelphia Soul versus the Albany Empire 2018 season, Week 10. Shout out to Arena Rules on YouTube again for having the game on their channel. Go give them a like and a subscription on YouTube as well. It's weird to say subscription. It's the same thing. Like and subscribe. And then while you're following and liking and subscribing, make sure you're doing the same on this channel here. And do the same for Off the Wall and all the socials as well. And go give Krish a follow on socials. He has some good tidbits of info like what he just shared with us. And I got his X account linked on the YouTube, so just scroll down a little bit, go give him a follow there, and let him know you heard him on Off the Wall. And yeah, let's enjoy this last game. Tommy Grady, 283 and 8 touchdowns in this game. And we still have a whole nother quarter to go, so let's see if he can get double-digit touchdowns. Let me take a screenshot of that and tweet it out. I just missed it.
13 and 202 yards and 6 scores. Well done by
Oh man, this guy's crazy. Name the 10 best fan bases in all of arena football, no bias. All right, Tulsa, Arizona, Jacksonville, Omaha, Sioux City, Nashville.
Nashville. Okay. Nashville, very nice.
It's hard. I mean, I would say Northern Arizona should be on that list.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got to give shout out to my guy Tucker Welch. He runs a social for Northern Arizona. They do a really good job. They run a very, very tight ship up there, and obviously the season hasn't gone the way that they would have hoped, but they still got that support.
No, I know Tucker. He's a young kid. He does a good job for them.
Yeah, Tucker's nice. Like him.
That's the thing that keeps you up at night is you can't control those bars. You can't control how the ball's going to come off those bars and the way the ball will bounce after it. And real fortunate there for Philadelphia. Watch this ball hit the right crossbar, and they're shaped like a triangle, so you just don't know where the ball's going to end up.
Man, this guy thinks you hate Tulsa with the fan base. Man.
Yeah. I said Tulsa is a top 5 fan base, and that's not good enough apparently. So shame on me. Big Boy says no more power rankings. Listen, if we want to see the world burn, we'll keep these power rankings coming. Okay. Interesting. Firebirds are the best fans in arena football, no doubt in my mind. That's contrary to what some other people believe. Defense get interesting.
I agree with what Matt's Pirates Nation says. We do have, like I said, the fans we do have are solid, but our arena doesn't even let us tailgate before games.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? That's nuts.
It's like we're there's so many restrictions. We had a pregame tailgate. I promise you people will come. But,
yeah.
You know, we don't even have like a watch party this year at all. You know, it's just so it's not fair, honestly.
Approaching the end of the third quarter.
I think Clint's going to let this clock run. It's been such a shootout. He's going to let this quarter run out.
I don't know, Trey. You went to a Nashville Cats game this year. Did they have a pregame tailgate or a post-game party or anything?
Not really. They had like a little setup inside the concourse. Like they had like a backdrop where you could take a photo in front of like the Cats sign or anything. But it's in a weird spot in downtown Nashville. Downtown Nashville is very expensive. It's very expensive to park. Like when I parked there, I think it was like I think the lot next to where I parked ended up being like $5 an hour or something. Like it was pretty expensive for even for Nashville. So it's in downtown Nashville, so it's not really a good tailgateable spot to begin with. But they got good fan support, and they got a lot of legacy fans in there that remember the Cats from 20 years ago that were wearing some like old school Cats gear. So if they could just remain consistent, I think they'll be one of the better fan bases in arena football, no doubt.
And I see about us moving from cities. That's why I feel the pain that the Billings Outlaws are going through. You know, I could experience it myself. A team needs home, but when the community doesn't want to support it, it's like you have to make a move. You know?
Yeah.
The first one was inadvertent. The quarterback scrambled, but 2 in a row and get a first down and kind of slows.
Yeah, Mass Pirates Nation games used to be 30 seconds down the road from where I live. That's that hurt. It goes from down the street to 30, 40 minutes away.
I mean, $70 on an Uber both ways, to go to a game. I mean, I love
crazy work.
Yeah,
but there reaches a certain point. I'm like, come on, man. Oh, Washa again, 5th touchdown.
What a great call by Clint.
This guy.
That is awesome.
I'd love to see Mass play in a big Boston in a big arena. Man, sorry, are you about to pay the rent for Boston? You know how much TD Garden charges $28,000 a night. Like, no thank you. And the other arena that we have is BU, Boston University, and they're the largest concussion research university in the country. So you think they want football?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't.
As advertised, you do
I
not
wish though, honestly.
Because you'll miss a score.
Yeah, and these extra points too. You better keep counting those. They're important. So good.
All right, 6-point ball game, 4th quarter, 61-55.
My Oilers are paying big rent. How are they paying big rent when the owner of the team owns the arena?
Look at this guy's stat line: 7 catches, 154, and 5 touchdowns. What a player. Aaron Washa, what a player.
He's putting up Danny Woodhead numbers.
Yeah, no kidding. He's a scrappy, first in, last out. He scored 21 touchdowns this season, so he scored a quarter of his touchdowns for the year in this one game. That's nuts.
Both coverage teams have done an excellent job. Getting down the field and having these drives start, underneath the 10-yard line.
All right, Pat, 13:08 remaining. You're an old coach in this league. 6-point lead for Albany. How are you managing this?
All right, 6-point game. 13 minutes left. Tommy Grady looking for touchdown number 9. Let's see if he gets it.
I can tell you Tommy Grady was in talks before the season about joining a now defunct AF1 team. I bet you can't guess which team it was.
Playing or coaching?
Playing.
You talking about playing last year or this year?
This year, yeah.
A now defunct team.
What city does Tommy Grady currently live in?
Was it Wilkes-Barre?
Nah, Arizona.
No?
Arizona.
Really? Wow. I think I remember seeing him in the back of seeing him on a social post. I didn't realize he was in talks of playing. That's crazy. Wow, that would have been sweet.
You can't take the quarterback out of the analyst. Let's go to Randy Gateway with a special guest.
Special guest, Aaron Washka. Coming out party tonight.
Aaron Washka.
154
What a
yards,
guy.
5 touchdowns. Talk to us about this performance tonight.
You know, I wouldn't say it's anything special. I had a chance to step up at Money's position tonight, and I'm just taking full advantage, doing what we practice every day.
Albany will probably make some type of adjustments here in this fourth quarter. How will you continue this attack tonight?
I'm going to beat it with speed. I still don't think they can cover me.
Oh my.
What are we doing? Was that number 6? 6 on the year? Or 6 on the game?
And he just can't slow down Malachi Jones.
It's been awesome. It's been awesome. Malachi Jones is just.
That's touchdown number 9 for Tommy Grady. Number 9.
Defense is straight man covered, and it is just tough to cover a guy in high motion, sprinting down the field and running post and corner routes against you with a quarterback like Tommy slinging it. And James Romaine, he hit the ball really, really hard trying to defend this. And hopefully he's okay. It's been tough for him tonight covering both Joe Hills and Malachi Jones deep. You know,
There's only so much you can do as a DB at times. That was a great route. That was a great route by Malachi. Look at him.
You know, Malachi Jones or James Romaine is fighting to get under the cut of this corner route.
Just enough space to do it.
Yeah, I agree. That this is the comment about watch parties. Yeah, Trey, you got to start hosting watch parties. Go with everyone.
Dude, yeah, I'm game. I'm down. Maybe do a playoff game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to do a Manning cast type thing of a live game that's going down. That'd be really, really fun.
We should do a Southwest Kansas game. Don't meet the Sam and talk about how bad the center is. I'm never gonna let that kid live it down all year.
No. nor should you. Yeah, I think that's great idea, Mass Spiders Nation. Another missed field goal or an extra point. Co-stream watch party like they do with independent commentary that allows for bias and fan interaction. Yeah, I know some folks on the socials are not too thrilled with some of the biased not officiating but biased commentary of like home commentary teams. I like it. I think it's great. But what I want to see is you get, so if it's Albany, Philadelphia here, you get one commentator who's an Albany fan, one commentator who's a Philly fan, lock them in a booth together and let them talk about the game. I think that would be electric.
That was spectacular. He was an unheralded.
Get them arguing about calls and that's BS. No, it's not. Like that could be hilarious if you get the right people on it.
Oh man, if you see me on game day, like I'm on a different mode. I'm on.
Oh, I believe it.
Game day, honestly.
I believe it.
I like how he said my Oilers. Like honestly, like that's amazing. That he has that connection.
It's his Oilers, man. Can't stop him. Can't tell him nothing.
Spun down by Jordan Williams. Last week, seen here on CBS Sports Network, Tommy Grady intercepted by Josh Victorian. Baltimore capitalizing. Quentin Sims with a touchdown catch.
Quentin Sims, another former Cleveland Gladiator.
And as mentioned, Mark Lewis, the game-winning 17.
Mark Lewis, what a kicker.
59-56.
Mark Lewis is a guy, he played for a very long time.
That was an unbelievable game. It came down to the final.
All right, guys, what league does the Orlando Predators go to next year? IFL or AF1?
It's great to have a seat here at the TU Center.
I think it's way too messy for them to come back to the AF1. I think that bridge is burned.
The likely guilty party in coverage.
I think they're going IFL. I think they are.
I've heard IFL through the grapevine, but I would be interested. Because Jacksonville is right near there, so they could play them like 4 times.
It's a good regional rivalry that goes back to the old AFL 2.0 days when Jacksonville first started. Like they played each other all the time, from like 2010 to 2016. Like they played each other constantly. But I think it makes sense when you look at what's the IFL's model, right? Fishers is a spinoff of an ECHL team. Tulsa is a spinoff of an ECHL team. Vegas is a spinoff of an ECHL team. That's the rubric. That's the model.
It's building that national footprint. Before your boy Stevie Johnson went into hibernation, I thought that Buffalo team was going to happen, but
I don't know, man. He dipped out. I don't know what's going on with my guy Stevie. He's not even doing they haven't posted a new episode of Striking with Stevie in months. Like he just totally dipped out of the indoor game. he saw how much it cost to get a team started, and he said, "Nah,
right now I'm good.
I'm out. I'm good. I'm all set on this."
Honestly, that probably is what happened. Like he probably thought of the idea
100%.
and then was like, "Oh, it costs like at least $400,000 to run a team properly. I'm good."
Easy. And when I interviewed him on Off the Wall, go check out the interview with Stevie Johnson on the channel here. I asked him, I was like, what would surprise people the most about trying to start an IFL team or trying to start an indoor team? And he goes, it's expensive. It costs money. And so like the way he said that, I was like, oh boy, he got some numbers that he was not a fan of. he thought this was going to be sweet. You buy some jerseys, you rent a facility, show up on Saturdays, and you're good. No, fam, it's not like that. Not like that at all.
He's been plagued by a bad back and frustrated times for him. He has not been the same money rentals this year.
Mass Pirates Nation. Yeah, we used to have a drum line, and they were like crazy. After every touchdown, they would like go crazy. It really
That's been part of the problem here.
Well, I like what Beaumont did. I don't know if Beaumont's going to keep doing that, but they had the local high school marching band in the stands. That's cool. That creates a nice little environment. It creates a more lively feel, Make it more of an event. Make it a social gathering.
Good throw by Shane Austin and a first down.
Yeah, nice throw. It's good to see SK get involved, A normal target.
I feel like the Buffalo Destroyers account had more tweets. There's only 2 on the page. Yeah, they deleted a lot of stuff, and I think they're doing the Homer Simpson meme where he's backing into the hedge, and just quietly going away. Like I don't anticipate seeing a Buffalo team. I just don't.
But like, why even make an account and like get all excited about it and then just decide, nah, I'm good?
Because they put the cart before the horse, and they were like, this is exciting, this is awesome, before getting into the nuts and bolts of what it actually takes. Oh, good catch. Washa again? Oh, man. 6 touchdowns for, what a Aaron Washa.
I mean, outstanding throw by Shane Austin. Shane has to layer this ball.
I can confirm that they may or may not have reached out to some head coaching candidates too for the Buffalo team, which is insane to me.
They reached out about coaching candidates?
Yeah, they reached out to like a couple of my guys I know.
Really interesting.
It's crazy.
So they got to that point, but not the rest of it. They dipped out as soon as they saw some price tags. Well, especially in New York, like what was Titus on? Steve Titus was on. He was on Shady Sports earlier this past week, where he was talking about workers' comp, right? And he was talking about like it's very expensive in Montana. It's a little less than what it is in New York. And if it's that expensive in Montana, and he's saying it's less in New York, I know that's been a pain for Albany. Yeah, so it's like that cost alone. Buffalo is in New York; they're going to have to deal with all that stuff, and I don't know. It's going to take some deep pockets.
Man, talk about Omaha going to IFL. Man, I can tell you right now, Omaha's not going to IFL, and that's a definite no. They're not going to IFL. I used to think that. No.
It's good to dream. It's good to have hopes and aspirations for a super league, but it's just unfortunately not a reality.
That was Kansas in the IFL would be hard. Because Coach Thomas, he's a really good indoor coach.
So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Coach Thomas has done an unbelievable job of adapting.
I told Sam, if they win 8 to 9 games, especially if they win 9, he's my coach of the year. Honestly, I know defense created nothing like that, but yeah.
Yeah, it's they've done a nice job of like a more modern adaptation of the arena game, given the the modernness of the spread formations in the outdoor game. Like I think they've kind of melded those two worlds together pretty nicely.
I love Omaha and Friends. Go to AF1. Oh my god. No.
Nope. 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 If everyone could play nice, that would be incredible. But the reality is, not everyone can play nice, not everyone wants to play nice, and that's the way she goes sometimes.
I'm definitely not. 11 straight completions for Tommy Grady. Chased, and I just gave him the kiss of death.
Yeah, hiring up to 20 people on top of your roster and coaching staff has huge costs. Yeah, 100%, and that's why the ECHL model works so well. Is that marketing, ticket sales, this, like all the behind the scenes stuff that you need to keep the machine going. You don't have to hire brand new. It's already in house. So it's like building an add-on to your current house instead of building a brand new house from scratch. Like it's different, and it's if you already have the infrastructure in place, it's a lot easier.
He's ubiquitous. Ubiquitous. That's a good one right there.
Yeah, but doing more with less. I mean, for me, that's supposed to be you. I love.
What a catch!
Coach Ware is great. That's my boy. But I'm telling you, Coach Thomas, if he wins 9 games with a rookie quarterback, you have to give it Coach Ware.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree. Yeah, I think because 73-62, what a scoreline. Because like with the roster Albany has, right? You can't really go wrong with certain play calls. like as respectfully as you can say that, it's like I don't know. Yeah, it just feels like Coach Thomas is in a good spot where even if they split these 2 games with Salina coming up, it seems like he's coach of the year just based on what he's been able to do. Especially when you consider Daquan Bailey Brown went down in week 3, week 4, and they were still able to overcome that.
I mean, look at Shiloh Flanagan. Semi-pro. Shiloh Flanagan. He hasn't played pro ball since he had his first year. Pete Wash. I mean, like all these guys. It's an unorthodox wide receiver room,
and they make it work. Yeah. Yeah, Shiloh Flanagan is an all-time arena football wide receiver name. Like I'm gonna remember his name in like 10 years and be like, hell yeah, Shiloh.
I'll be on Albany next year. Wow.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love what Coach Ware said on the show. We take note of all the best players we play. We sign them.
Yep. That's a pretty good method of roster building. He's like, yeah, that guy killed us. Let's sign him.
Like Chris Lewis, he won't be in Oregon next year. Oh no.
No.
He'll be in Nashville because he's from Birmingham. He'll be in Nashville.
Oh yeah, come close to home. Yeah, that's something I miss too. I hope that's something we see a lot more is getting a lot more local guys to their local team, because that also helps drive people to games too. Where if you got a guy from Birmingham, 2.5, 3 hours from Nashville, you get some folks from Birmingham coming up to the game. You get a guy from Memphis, 3 hours from Nashville. Get some people from Memphis coming to the game. Make it more of a Tennessee Southeast type feel. Right. That's why I'm happy for Sam Castronova and his whole situation, because he's from New York, like he's from Buffalo, so I know it's not down the street from Albany, but it's a lot closer than what he was last year in San Antonio, right? So.
And that's a guy like he doesn't need arena football. You know what I mean? Like he has a good job,
right.
But he just loves the game.
Yeah, he balls out. He balls out for sure. Yeah, Arena Football 1 Anonymous. We've talked about this a lot. Billings need local guys. like Montana. Love Montanans. Did I say that right? Montanans? Yeah, we'll go with it.
But it's
Yeah,
hard
like
talent, you know. I mean, I'm no offense.
it's hard
Yeah, like
because they have to want to play, right? They have to want to be there.
Montana doesn't have.
Jeremy Richardson, the fullback.
Yeah, like Tulsa, I know they have like Josh Crockett. That's my boy. He lives in Tulsa. He lives like 5 minutes away from the arena. Trey Harvey, and then I forgot the other one.
The mayor, Trey Harvey.
And here he is again at 10.
Henry now.
More than 10.
Really?
Oh yeah, Sal, the guy who just got signed with the Patriots. Grew up 15 minutes from Lowell and went to Bentley right down the road.
He's one
That's
of
the
the
type.
two guys. Yeah.
That's one of the success stories that like makes arena ball and indoor ball like it gives you the warm fuzzy. Like yes, these guys are getting the opportunity.
I mean, what state do you live in, Trey?
I live in Tennessee.
Okay, you live in Tennessee, so you never heard of Sal's Pizza. Sal's Pizza is like the biggest pizza chain in the Northeast. Like,
Okay.
so Sal Napoli's dad owns that, and so
okay.
that's big up here. Like, there's one right outside of Fenway.
Okay. Oh.
And Sal's Pizza is sponsor the team. So.
Okay, that makes sense. There's a little connect there. Oh, throw. Nope.
Coverage. Les Moss, one of the great offensive minds in arena football history.
Les has been in the league since day one.
Mass Pirates Nation. Yeah, I've been getting Sal since Fridays at school. It's an integral part of the community.
You got to put another team in Tennessee. That's an underrated market, in my opinion.
Yeah. Tennessee's a super interesting market. Like where they're playing this next home game, I think it's against Corpus Christi. They're playing it in Clarksville. That's an underrated, good little town. Like it's a military town. That's why they're doing a military appreciation game there. But yeah, I think that's a good little town. I don't think Knoxville would be a good fit. Memphis could work, but Memphis is just a rough market overall. Chattanooga could work. It's on the come up, but I don't think it's quite there yet.
Are you going to the Clarksville game? Or
no, it's a little bit of a haul for me. I'm on the opposite end of the state, so it'd be like a 5.5 hour drive for me to get to the Clarksville one. But yeah, they played last year in Clarksville for the Wichita game. They had a really good turnout. It's a brand new arena in Clarksville. Ooh, big first down. No, he didn't catch it. No. Wow.
Man, you heard anything about the four demented team? I mean, I think Sioux Falls is a lock to come back, in my opinion. New Mexico is coming back. Frisco, I don't know, man. Texas is another crazy expensive state. So.
Yeah. Yeah, Texas always seems like one that works in theory. Like in theory, it should work, but it just for some reason there's just always something that trips it up. Yeah, Sioux Falls. I'd love to see Sioux Falls come back. That would be great. Yeah, New Mexico. I think New Mexico just seems like such a great minor league market. Like the Albuquerque Isotopes? I think it's the minor league baseball team down there.
Yeah.
I hope they can make it work. I really do.
I do too, honestly. Mass Pirates Nation says, does Albany? I'm going to Albany if they host the championship, so I'll put that out there.
Okay, let's go.
Definitely. I want to celebrate the AF1 and meet all the different content creators. So that'll be awesome.
Yeah. Highest seed will host the championship. So no neutral site this year. I think best case scenario for the AF1 with the playoffs this year. I think absolute best case scenario. Billings gets in at the 4 seed. Billings, Albany, round 1. Then what? Southwest Kansas and Nashville, round 1. Darius Prince and Dwayne Hollis get their revenge game against Albany. It'll be absolute cinema. I think that's best case scenario for for the AF1. I'm not sure if that'll work out because Billings needs a lot of help to make that happen. But
Man, I want Billings, man. I want Billings and Albany so bad. I mean, Malik Henry revenge game too. I mean, they did him.
yeah.
If they hang on. And Albany and Baltimore will be on CBS Sports Network next week from Baltimore. Philadelphia and Washington.
Reminder: I did not like the brawl at the mall, not because we lost.
Arvell Nelson, a good pickup. Quarterback.
The old brawl at the mall, cemented in history.
In Washington, and since then it's been 2 or 3 different quarterbacks. Arvell Nelson has moved the ball for them. They've scored some points, but Washington went through a coaching change. A number of obviously the quarterback change. It's been tough in Washington.
Baltimore led the AF1. Wow.
Yeah, they were number 1 in the league at this point in the season. Oh, I think this was also the year where Washington won the championship, and they were like 2-8 or 2-9 or something. Like they were bad.
Along with Dwayne Hollis, so we hit the 1-minute warning as Albany leads 74-62.
I think it was 2018.
Outstanding night for the Albany Empire with a 12-point lead over Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Good to have you with us on CBS Sports Network. 1 minute.
Yeah. Washington won 2 games, and they beat Albany in the first round of the playoffs, then beat Baltimore in the second round of the playoffs to win the title. Dean Coquinos led them to glory.
No, he dropped it.
Oh, he dropped it.
I got an idea. The IFL and AFL, AF1 to challenge. Nah, I mean, I was like,
different sports, man. They're different rules. It's not the same.
I think a better idea. We should have Trey, like you on the screen. You should do a world tour, or a country tour where you travel around different places and actually see like how these teams are run and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I want to be able to do something like that next year. It'll just depend on how things shake out. But yeah, I got some ideas in the works, so I'll just tease that.
On 4th and goal, Joe Hill's trying to one-hand catch.
Yeah, here's the aggregated scoring system. Yes, they played 2 first-round games and added the scores together to see who advanced to the next round of the playoffs. That's how Albany lost. They won the first game by 1 point in overtime, then lost the second game by 7. So they got eliminated.
Physical play down. I like how the official let this play out.
He says, "Come to Tulsa." I mean, that would be a good place for you. I was gonna go to Tulsa last year. I was trying to go there again.
2 trays in one area is too many trays. Too many trays. I don't think the world's ready.
No, honestly, like out of all the IFL cities, Tulsa is one I want to go to.
Tulsa's nice. Tulsa's a nice town. Went through there once. Oh, he didn't get it. Yeah, Sports Archive had 2 wins, lost their first playoff game, but won the second and won on aggregate. One of the only teams in sports history that lost in the playoffs, lost in the first round of the playoffs, but won the championship.
To run that corner route, there's just not enough room for the quarterback. Drop that ball in.
Impressive.
Yeah, Arena Rescue would go crazy. I would ask them to show me their playbook, and if they give me anything that resembles the Washington Wolfpack, I will hit them with a John Tapper. Shut it down! Shut it down!
I was telling someone, I'm like, man, you could be a GM if you wanted to. One of these teams really like you could go in and like get these places booming with like fans and stuff.
Let's get it right. Yeah. I'll be a consultant. I'll be a freelance consultant.
Honestly,
if anybody wants to pick my brain, they can certainly do so for a fee.
Yeah, you're too pricey to be a GM.
Yeah, I'm priced out. Yeah, y'all can't afford. All right, 12-point game, 38 seconds left.
Well, you want to bend and don't break. You don't want to give up the runs out. Outside kick.
All right, here we go.
Get these teams right.
You got to score quick here.
Reynolds will be set in motion.
Way offside.
That is a bad foul. That is a bad foul by Daryl Cato Bishop.
I think last year in the AFL, didn't they have a rule where if you were offsides like 4 times, 3 offsides after that was like an automatic first down? Am I misremembering that?
I think that was 2019. I think
19?
19.
Somewhere along the line, that was the rule where if it was egregious, if it was like an egregious amount of offsides, it was just an automatic first down every single time.
38.4 seconds remaining. Austin building upon his impressive night.
Shane Austin quietly having 8 touchdowns.
Start for the Soul.
Quietly.
Slings out incomplete to
Get out.
Prince inside the 20.
Good job, BP.
Armasoni and Mario Norman in coverage.
Wouldn't that show cover 95% of teams? Unfortunately. Unfortunately, it would, but we'll keep it light. We'll have some fun.
Try to dial up a touchdown here so they can give themselves a chance to line up for an onside kick and get the ball back.
All right, 33.3. Yeah, you got to get this into the end zone right now.
Oh my God.
Oh, Washa.
What a throw.
What a throw by Shane Austin, his 9th touchdown toss.
7 touchdowns for Washa.
With his 7th touchdown catch.
He had 21 touchdown catches on the year, 7 of them in this game. 33% of his catches.
And see, like, this is an arena football game, like the score and everything.
100%, yeah.
Man, we gotta get J.R. Wells and Chuck Jones to watch some of this. Honestly.
We got to lock them in a room with an iPad with this game on it and say, do not leave until your playbook looks like this. Do not leave. You are not allowed to leave.
Yes, sir. Trevino. Got it.
It's not over.
What's crazy is Albany has scored 74 points in this game. That might be more points than Washington has scored in the past month and a half of play. That's just crazy.
That's huge because if they can get this onside kick, they'll.
That's just crazy.
I like this comment about the IFL should adopt the AF. All right, so I want to add some perspective. AF1 nets cost $37,000 for a set. So in arena, I think I heard from an owner like $16,000 for like the regular nets. So they're a lot more cheaper. So I don't think teams an extra $20,000 on nets.
Well, it's not just buying the nets; it's putting them up and down every single game. Like you don't just put them up and leave them. Like the arena gets used for other things. So that's something I think that gets lost is that it's not easy getting all that stuff in up and down.
Really good job defending the onside kick tonight.
Crazy.
Sports Archive. Washington needs Yo-Yo Flat. This is a guy who has played some arena football on PlayStation 2. Yo-Yo Flat was a goated play. Absolutely goated.
He's the best in the world at the onside kick. Right now he is. The Baltimore Brigade kicker.
See, Mass Pirates Nation knows. All-time video game play. Just spam it. Just absolutely spam that.
Trevino will put it down. 27.8 seconds to play.
I fear if you lock Chuck Jones and J.R. Wells in the same room, they might come up with new ways to be worse. What's the opposite? What's the opposite of iron sharpens iron?
Oh my God! I like Coach Jones. You know, he's trying to build a culture, but
yeah,
help around it.
Yeah, Coach Jones got a good thing going, and that's the thing. Like, I feel like off the field they're building some good things. You just gotta get the on-field product up to par. All right, onside kick. Here we go.
Oh, there you go.
Kick, but before that, we have a stoppage.
Call timeout.
Timeout was called by Albany before the kick. 30-second timeout. First charge for Albany.
Ooh, they called a timeout before they recovered the onside kick.
You should come to post around game next month.
Oh, did you see that?
Oh, wow.
Look at this onside kick.
Look at the Lewis onside kick, the okey doke.
You think Trevino's got this one in his tool?
Oh, my God.
That's crazy.
That's impressive.
Wow. That's wild.
What a kick.
It really did. Yeah, that was kind of neat.
It's so hard to do. Must be hours spent on trick shot
I
kicks
think
by Mark Lewis. We'll see if Trevino does have it.
All right, Trevino, let's do something good here.
Onside kick the whole game with Trevino, so I don't know.
There it comes.
Same thing.
Ball loose.
Oh, he didn't recover it.
Adrian Ferns came up with it.
Oh boy, Philly recovered it.
Be surprised. This game is just you've got to make good decisions here.
Wow.
And now they're going to tack on the penalty, John. So like these are things that can kill you in the final minute of the half.
It looked like the Albany player tried to be a hero and go up and catch it. He had no business going up there and catching it.
Morale buster. Wow.
Again, this is the same onside kick attempt. You knew what he was going to get. And there is just a lot of physical. Terrence Moore has the ball, but it lands in Fern's hands.
The ball didn't even go 10 yards.
So now an opportunity here, and Philadelphia has a timeout.
Oh, his own guy knocked it loose. Did you see that? His own guy ran into him and knocked the ball loose. Oh, dude. Oh. All right, Philadelphia. Let's see what you can do.
What a throw.
There you go. Good throw. DP at midfield.
Great catch by Prince. That ball was thrown behind him. And then the awareness to get out of bounds. I mean, look, now you've got the ball midfield just like that. With 19-5 left in the timeout. I mean, you can't ask for...
Enter chaos. That's right. We're entering the upside down right now. All right, let's see if Adam Washer can get his 8th touchdown of the day.
3 missed extra points for the Empire. That's right. And Shane Austin, a newcomer for the
All right, Shane Austin. See what you got.
Start. He's been with the team for 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
Oh. Oh, good Lord. That could have been very bad. Could have been rough.
On the rebound, I did. Yeah, I'm not sure that's really what Clint wanted there from Shane Austin.
That was just a bad throw.
Selling out for his team. There's pads on the other side of that wall. And again, wall courage, not only by receivers, but by defensive backs.
So 14.9 left.
Crazy.
All right, here we go. 14.9 left. 5-point game. Still got one timeout. Get out. There you go, Washer.
Good read by Shane Austin. Albany playing zone coverage. That's the hole in the defense on that clouded type defense. As long as you're able to get to the receiver quick, start.
All right, let's see what we got. 11.9 now.
Receivers cut off their routes too early. 3rd and 3. Play clock draining down. Austin wobbly pass.
Oh no.
What a. Oh my God.
Oh, how did he drop that? Oh, that was in his hands.
What a throw. That was a great throw.
What down?
Oh, that's oh.
Final play of the game? No. Maybe.
Good Lord, dude. 4th and 3.
How many times has he been shut out in his career?
Never.
Didn't practice all week with a bad back. Here you go.
God, that was in his hands, man.
What does Philly have in its bag?
1, 2.
Oh,
What a.
nope. What? Oh, they called timeout before the play. Oh, Albany called timeout.
What are y'all IFL predictions for this week? I'll release mine later in the week. So I'm 88-49 on my picks this year. So I'm the most accurate sharp in the industry. So I need time. I need to get in the lab now. Come on.
Got to go cook. Got to go cook. I don't blame you.
Rob keeps firing up about that, but 2 big drops by 2 of the
Yeah, I'll look at the game slate on either Thursday or Friday and make some educated guesses and responsible picks in the old picks blog that'll be up on offthewallfb.com.
What's your record this year? Have you been tracking?
Yeah, I think for against the spread and totals, I think I'm. Let me pull it up. I went 3-2 last week. For IFL, I'm 32-28 against the spread, and with over-unders. AF1, I'm 22-16 against the spread and with over-unders. So pretty
I'm
decent.
gonna tell all your picks. I'm gonna put like $50 on each of your picks this week for IFL.
No pressure. No pressure. There you go. Great play call. See, like even that play, Washington and Oregon, I know we pick on them a lot, but like that play is something that is not in their. It's just not in their arsenal.
Easy.
Right? Look, how they're at the 17. This DB's at the 7. That's a full 10 yards on a 3-yard. Like all they need is like snap throw. Like, it's not like it's hard, but it's not that hard, you know. Like there's so many easy things like that. They're just leaving it on the table.
I mean, for Washington, they don't have a quarterback that can throw off like his back foot. You know, even Dalton Cole, Dalton Cole can make that throw. You know.
Yeah.
You got 2 plays here. You got 2 plays here, and really get the ball out quickly on this little hot.
It's interesting.
All right, 4.9. They might. Yeah, they got 2 shots at the end zone if they get rid of it immediately.
I think this might be the final play. 4.9. Yeah, this is the final play.
Yeah, like they would have to hit Wash. Oh yeah, they just called it timeout. This is definitely going to be the final play. They don't have any time.
Who's playing this week? 0.4.
What'd you see in the alignment?
No spoilers, Arena Kid or Defense Kid.
Arena Kid is crazy.
No spoilers.
Nah. I have no idea.
327 and 9 touchdowns, and he's losing. Life is not fair. All right, here we go.
You got to grab him. Do not let him score. Make him earn it.
Washer will be set in motion. Austin
Oh my.
the end zone and incomplete. With 1 point.
Was there a whistle before the play?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Albany called the timeout before the play. All right, here we go. Last play for real this time. Throw it.
He got that.
0.4 seconds. All right. No, what? There was 0.4 seconds left. What happened?
There's more time on the clock. Clint's right.
The clock stopped and then it rolled.
And Darius Reynolds actually becomes a defender and does a good job at defending that. Otherwise, that's an interception. This is not a well-thrown ball.
0.4 seconds.
That Albany home cooking. They tried to eliminate that last 0.4 seconds. Yeah. Albany had that home. Albany had that home cooking at the brawl at the mall on that last minute. A lot of people forget about how that.
I know.
How that last minute was absolutely butchered.
On the 10-yard line.
A lot of people forget. I did not forget.
We have another exciting one here on CBS Sports Network.
This week in Arena Ball, I have added lore on this. On the point 4, go on. We're listening.
Pulsating excitement.
All right, here we go. This has to be the last play of the game.
Wide split to the far side with Prince in motion. Final play of the ball game. Here we go.
Yeah.
Austin
Nope.
scampers
Throw.
to the end zone.
Touchdown. Crazy. Oh my God.
DP.
A walk-off touchdown and a miraculous
That's
comeback
insane.
by the Soul.
The extra point must be attempted. The game's not over. The game's not over. The extra point must
The extra point must be attempted. Screw that. Take a knee on the extra point. Do not kick this extra point.
They will attempt the extra point. It must be attempted, as Riley Johnson just mentioned, but
Go for 2 and take the knee. Screw that. Do not attempt this field goal. Do not.
Shane Austin extends this play and makes it come to life by just buying a little time.
I told you Brandon Cisse was a liability in the clutch. I told you earlier in the show.
be a snap. There must be a snap.
See? Imagine if it was blocked for 2. Exactly. That's why you do not kick this. You send the quarterback out there to take a knee.
Great job of working his way.
Don't overthink this. Don't reinvent the wheel.
Shane Austin, to his part, kept his eyes downfield. And when you're
Oh
manipulating
my
the
God, what a
pocket and
game.
sliding around, keep your eyes downfield, find the open guy. It was just perfectly executed by Philadelphia. Again, the penalties in the final drive for Albany, critical. The extra points critical, led to a loss.
Take a knee.
3 extra points misfired by Kenny Spencer. And hats off to you, Pat O'Hara.
I would love if Rob Keefe was mic'd up at all
when those
times.
penalties occurred, you said those would come back to haunt Albany.
Yeah, those missed extra
5-yard
points are
penalty.
killer right now.
And
Absolutely
this
killer.
is just, dude, they're just going to take a knee and the football game's going to be over. So for Rob Keefe, that's
it.
heartbreaking, and he knows it, that
Devastating.
they
for
scored
Rob
on
Keefe.
every possession except their last and lost the game. Combined with a
This is
couple
crazy.
crucial, silly penalties and extra points.
As Austin
is the
takes
end
the
of the
knee,
game.
consider the 2 straight devastating losses. You lose last week on a
Wow, here's an interesting little tidbit.
Yep.
So it should have always been 0.4 seconds. The scorekeeper was the longtime scorekeeper from the 90s. Rob Keefe got so mad for something the scorekeeper did right, he got fired after the
Darius
season.
Prince at the back of the end
Damn.
zone, maneuvering perfectly to find the open seam.
That's crazy to
as
think
he
about.
Fires the ball away, and he had 3 touchdowns, 13 catches, 113 yards. Season high in grabs for him. It was a great game, Pat O'Hara.
What
Fun
a
to
game.
be here. For Pat O'Hara, Randy Gatewood, and our entire crew, I'm John Mita Perrell.
You get a quick screenshot of this
Season
final
high
score.
in grabs for him. It was a great game, Pat O'Hara. Fun to be here. For Pat O'Hara, Randy Gatewood, and our entire crew, I'm John Mita Perrell. Next Saturday, June 23rd, the AFL back on CBS Sports.
What a
Network at
game.
7:30
Good
Eastern.
Lord.
Albany Empire head to Baltimore to take on the First Place Brigade. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Happy Father's Day, everyone, and good night from Albany.
75-74. Casual 149-point game. So what a game. Well, Krish, I appreciate you hopping on here, man. This is a ton of fun chopping it up with you. Being able to talk through things with you and get some breaking news, get active with the chat. This was a good time.
It was fun. I enjoyed it, man. Would love to be on again. And yeah, let's go Pirates.
Let's go. Well, where can people follow you on socials if they don't already? And what remind people of some shows that you're on that
Yeah,
you do
so
weekly.
around the indoor world, I think Shady Sports is the best place to follow me. Every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. We talk shop. We had our OC Martino Theus on last Saturday. I got a lot more. My luggage is Louis, so I got a lot more people coming on the show. And yeah, you want to tune in, and you can see me at every Pirates game. If you're there, come say hi. I'll take my sunglasses off and greet you appropriately. But yeah, we're coming for the IFL Championship in Tucson, so yeah, everyone should be scared about the smoke.
Let's go. Love it. Well, everyone go tune into Around the Indoor Football World. Definitely a great show. They touch on every league. They don't just touch on one or two. They touch on all of them. So it's a very, very fun show that they usually have some really good guests on, and I'm sure this week will be no exception. I'll have to get back on there at some point this year. I think what was it? IFL week 1? I was on there a
Yeah,
little bit earlier this year.
We got to get you on like this weekend. I'm out this weekend, so you might need to come in. But
All right, cool.
We got to get you on too. Sure.
Yeah, we'll have to get back on sometime soon. But we'll end the stream right there, guys. Really appreciate everyone for hopping on, checking it out. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel, do all the things and stuff on socials. Until next time, we'll see you guys around. Come say hi, and let's enjoy the rest of this arena ball season. There's not much left.
Mm-hmm.